This is going to be very informal. I just
Gonna
wanted
go
to get
some.
on, kind of look at the market open,
Where's my other one?
let you guys ask questions.
Up there. Thank you. Up there. When?
So market opens in 8 minutes. How I prepare is I'm looking at pre-market high, pre-market low, whichever tickers I want to trade. I'm going to be trading SPY. I'm going to be trading IWM. I'm probably going to be looking at positions for SoFi. Um, I listened to SoFi's earnings call last night, and I was very impressed with a lot of things that I heard about what they're doing as their business model. What are some of the things in the future? And when you start investing in companies, it's not just about owning shares. You are now a shareholder, and the job of the company is to provide value back to you. So you want to know what they're doing. You want to know what's down the pipeline that's going to start making money and increasing revenue quarter after quarter. So when you get dividends or you get the share prices start to increase and you make that kind of residual money. So I bought in at like 13.5. I bought back in again at like 12.50 and we're at 12.82. So these are not concerns for me because I'm gonna dollar cost average. To get to 100 shares when they were $13, you would have to pay $1,300. So my mindset right now is there's 52 weeks in a year. SoFi is 12, between 12 and $13. If you skip the trip to Walmart, Target, Starbucks, one of your kind of luxury or expenditure things twice a week, you should be able to buy 2 shares of SoFi a week and have 100 in the course of 52 weeks. So between now and May of next year, you can acquire 100 shares, have that as sleep method, be able to do a couple of different more advanced strategies when you are a shareholder. But that's kind of more long term. But just to start acquiring shares, you're trading. I can trade SoFi, let the revenue that I'm or premiums that I'm getting from trading pay for the shares. So I'm just gonna keep spinning this over and over. But I just want to give you guys, if you drop it, if you're in the free side, I did drop some of that information inside of my channel, so you would need to upgrade to premium so you can see that. But the goal is to come on here a couple of times a week. Probably not every day because every day is not a great trading day. And it can be a little boring, but to kind of answer some of your questions, get you all a little bit of cash so you can get on the free side. I mean, from the free side, get in the paid side. Some of you guys are just new to trading and just finding the group through the Discord through multiple channels and maybe not sure what you're doing. So this is your opportunity to ask an analyst live, kind of see where you want to go, what kind of opportunities you can have. And sometimes just trading alone when you start this journey, nobody else looks like you, nobody else thinks like you, and are trading, so you have nobody to ask questions to or to kind of confirm some of your levels. So this should help you guys just kind of have some feedback. That's what the community is for. It's not just to be quiet. It's to get questions, answers, to trade together and make some money. So like I said, this is very informal. You guys can hop off mute if you got a question. If you don't, okay, gotcha. If you don't have any questions, make sure you stay muted. But again, you don't have to drop it in the chat. You can just ask me. Coming off of mute, I'm gonna share my screen. I use my Weeble chart on my phone. On my Weeble chart, I have VWAP, um, the 5, the 9, the 20, the 50, and the 200. Those are the only things I'm looking at on my Weeble chart because I keep it very simple. Um, And then on my trading view, I have multiple charts. I have the chart I teach on, chart I trade on, and then a more Fibonacci's chart. So multiple different levels. If you have a ticker you want to look at, go ahead and throw it out or say it. But I'll be looking at my main ones. Bank of America is always on my list. SPY, like I said, IWM. We have Apple and Amazon reporting this evening, so interested to see how they play out. They're not big movers to me, so I'm not looking to swing them. But I do have shares of Apple, so I want to see them continue to improve. Mm, But if you're doing pre-market, we actually get off that chart. Let's go to my teaching chart. So my chart, we are, so I have gaps on. So once we open, we're gonna see this gap created up. 550 was my level for yesterday. 560 would have been today. We've already hit 560. So again, I gotta prepare. ATR, is 15. So I'm looking for possibly 567 to the upside, or again 553 to the downside. But going down to that 553, we'd be back inside this lower gap. But I'm fairly bullish on the market. I don't think we had news. I don't know. So let me go look because I should have looked before. Oh, unemployment claims. So that already came out.
I think we have
Manufactured.
at 10.
What do we have it to you? This.
I I think it's unemployment came out at 8:30, but we had something at 10. I don't have my chart up.
Yeah, 10 is ISM manufacturing.
Okay.
PMI.
Hmm.
We might not see any moving. Like it is, it may give us some, it may give us something, it may not. So we'll watch and see. What levels are you looking at? Are you bullish or bearish for SPX this morning?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
So right now I am on wait a minute, let me pull up my XPX chart. So right now I know the high was 5581 on the high. So I have a whole level. If we can hold above that 5581, then I know I'm going to 5606. Or my long, and then I have this big old gap in my mind. If we can hold above that, then it's 5695 that I have on that. If we can't hold above, if we can't hold that 5581, then I'm taking it down to 5528. About where we was kind of at around what time was that? Around 1530. Um, and then I have a level below that, so that'll take me back in the orb where it'll be 5492. So that's where my levels are at right now. So I have my no trade zone right now until we can break above or below. And which I know we're going to be above it because on XPX it's not 24 hours, so you can't see it. But I go by SPY, and I know above right now we're at SPY 560. So I know once it opened up, it's going to go up. So I wait. Like you said, I'm that person that waited to about 950 before I trade to see what the market is going to do before I hop in anything. But I also have you looked at QQQ? That's another one that I watch very close.
The QQQ is above our, again, everything's going to open with the gap up. And like I said, $7. So QQQ probably to
Open.
490 if it holds, or it could go back into the gap. I did call a swing on IWM, and I'm going to hold it for a little while because I'm still fairly bullish. It just didn't make the move that I wanted right off the bat. So that contract may be
Mhm.
down. Let's see. Yeah, I'm only down $1, so that wasn't bad.
All right, the mark is open and all my
Mm,
alerts going off. Hold a below, hold above.
yeah, same here. Everything's just going out. So we usually like to let the market settle first if you haven't traded before. When the market's open, everybody's taking profits, selling things. So you want to let it settle. You kind of get a false move in the beginning, or just kind of exaggerated moves. So we want to let the market settle, then we'll take some position. No need to rush. You'll find some traders, that's what they do. They trade the first 5 minutes. They have a large portfolio. All they need is 1 to 3% right after opening. They're done. 5 to 15 minute trading. But in a smaller count, it does take us to need a move. That might take a little bit longer, at least a dollar, 50 cents to a dollar. I prefer a dollar to $2 move. So we want to watch and see. I'm on a 5 minute chart. I used to trade on the 1 minute. It was just too busy, but I really managed it. But I like the 5 minute because I'm scalping. But I can also look at a higher time frame to see the overall move for the day, and higher time frame looking at 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, things like that. This may be boring the first, couple of minutes. Feel free to mute, unmute, go fix coffee, whatever, and come in and out of the Zoom as you please. I might leave it up for a while today. I got a couple of errands, got things to do around the house. So I just might leave it open. I have my headphones on so I can hear you guys come in and out, but we'll just see how the market plays out today. So my target for IWM is for it to get back over 196.10 for more bullish sentiment on SPY. Definitely want 560 to hold for more bullish sentiment, and further confirmation will be a little bit over 561, which is right at the 50 MA. Right now we're sitting on the 200. Now that was QQQ. Let me split this for you guys. Trading, I'm using TradingView for charting. If you're new to charting, I do use the paid version because I teach and trade on multiple different things. But if you're new, definitely just sign up for the free version. You can interchange your indicators, bring them on and off until you've kind of got your bearings and know how you want to use the indicators. And then around about 4th of July, and then essentially Black Friday, they will run certain sales that, 50, 60% off. But you don't just have to run and get any expensive the trading platform if you're brand new. Go back to one screen and then I'm gonna put this back on SPY. So when the market closed yesterday here and we opened much higher, and so that created a upward gap. So that's why this gap is green. So we gapped up. We have this green gap. Usually you look for, my rule of thumb is all gaps must fill. The question is when. So yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I think it was Wednesday and Thursday, we filled this gap. Now we've created this gap. We can see if this gap is going to close it today, or will it be later in the future where we have a continuation to the upside. But there's really no reason to jump in here just yet. We haven't even printed one candle yet, so we got to get some details before we start jumping in. Like it's gonna hold the gap. Another helpful tip, I'll remove this line. If you see any dotted lines on my chart, those are anticipated levels, and solid lines are previous support and resistance. But if I want to see this gap, I can come over here, like you see how it's shortened, and then I can retrace it with my rectangle, and that's going to make sure I get my midline, because sometimes we'll sell down into the gap, and then it bounces, and you're like, why didn't it complete the gap? I saw it going into the gap, and it was right there, and it just turned around. Well, it probably turned around at the midline. So we just want to be aware of where the midline is. You can create this box and then put the midline as a level, or just leave it like this. But you can kind of see, okay, and we're on the top of the gap. Are we trading inside the gap or staying above? Again, the top or the opening candle, we open at 560.37. That's going to be kind of the area where I would want to see us to get above for more bullish sentiment. Getting there on spies, pushing. IWM's trying to wake up. I didn't look at so far.
Where you say your calls is at on SPY? Did you have it?
Um, if we get above 561, that's gonna be
Oh,
the first kind of like opening I want above here. So I can just set an alert real quick.
that's what mine is at. If it's above 561, it can hold. I know I'm looking at 564 to take it. Target one is 564, target two, 566.
I did mention earnings, you guys. So if you're not familiar with earnings, the companies that we're trading are publicly traded companies, which means they have a obligation to let the public, which are investors, know how they're doing quarter after quarter. So yesterday we had Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, Qualcomm, Poultry. These were ones I was looking at. I gotta go back and watch those. But today, before the market, we had Lilly, Roblox, CVS, MasterCard, McDonald's. And at the end of today, we're gonna have Amazon, Apple, and Riot, Airbnb. I'm bearish on Airbnb. Slightly bullish on Riot. Crypto may start to pick up. Like I said, Apple and Amazon. I'm bullish on Amazon, just because Bezos is going to be in Trump's pocket. And I think they're going to do everything in their power to make a lot of money before he gets out the office. Apple is just so subtle that people just don't react to it. They have a cult following, but they don't get those like massive moves like other companies. So it might be a dud. And then you got Wendy's on Friday. Nothing major. Kind of like prepping for today and tomorrow. You want to start looking at the next coming week's earnings. You're not going to get this cute little picture, unless you pay for Earnings Whisperer. But we can go to Earnings Whisperer's website and click on each day and look at what's to come. Um, Berkshire B, nothing standing out to me for Monday.
Crossing.
Datadog, the one that's been on our list. Court calls Datadog. Was that Marathon? Marriott. Okay. And Duke Energy. Just a couple of radar things that I just have seen before, but nothing just standing out. Let's go to Wednesday. So big. So we got Uber, Disney, um, Novartis, which kind of like those weight loss drugs, Teva. Those are going to be big. So Wednesday we start to get a couple of more name brand. Thursday, Peloton. Peloton's just been trash. They just need to let it go. People are back exercising out in and out the house. Shopify should be good. I think Crocs, is that Crocs? Yeah, we got Crocs. Crocs is good. They always perform well. They just don't have a lot of trading volume. So they're usually pretty bullish. Wolf had been on my way. Not that's not the right Wolf. Sorry. Yeah, pretty light week next week. So we do have Powell speaking next week. So with that light week, we just kind of want to keep our eyes glued. Okay, we're kind of picking up a little green above our gap, but nothing telling me to make any moves yet. So I'm just gonna watch. IWM's pulling back.
Mhm. If Navita pulls back to that 110, I know we can take it to 116.
Yeah, you said it was going to 110
Yeah,
yesterday. You called
yeah.
that one. That was a good one.
I'm like, if it pulls back to where we going, then yeah, I'm gonna take it back up long, um,
I'm
right
still
where it's at.
I'm still bullish on Bank of America, but volume needs to pick up for the contracts. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, still volume needs to pick up. SoFi needs to hold 1250. Still bullish on them. I like the 13.5, which has a better volume and open interest, a dollar, and it's $32, has a delta of 30 and a theta of a dollar, which is really nice. Again, we don't have to rush anything. We're gonna wait for the setup. Let the setup come to us. Tesla looks like it wants to ease up, and again, I don't trade Tesla too much. Well, let's look at it's Thursday. Let's see how much the contracts are still in the money are 650. If you go out to the 300, they're like 160. So I would still just go to TSLL and trade it. Set $10.39. So TSLL. Oh, crap. So if you want to get your feet wet trying to get to trade Tesla, but it's expensive, TSLL would be your friend. And I'm just looking at it. If it can get above 1050, 1060 inside this gap, can look at some calls. And if we were to get the call, just getting in the money, a 1050 call on TSLL is $41. You get the $11 call is $22. Very, very simple little trade, but it needs to get above this certain level and kind of retrace into this gap. And fill the gap. So a 50-cent move would definitely get us some money, but we want to see it kind of holding a particular area before we just jump in. But still SPY. See how we're closing above the gap. We're getting some candles above here. So this will be our first setup support. And second setup, we get a close above. So it wicked here. So I probably want another green candle to the upside and can take a call position. Patient pays. IWM picking back up. So welcome everyone. 27 people on here. I appreciate y'all hopping on. If you have questions while we kind of wait out the little um morning setup, please feel free. You can introduce yourself, you can ask questions. This is your opportunity. I am one of the analysts in the group. My channel is Chaz Guidance. I don't just signal, I kind of walk you through particular trades. Just like my mindset when I'm looking at a particular trade, when I want to get out. If you're a beginner, I would say start creating discipline, taking trades, getting comfortable taking 30-40% and getting out the way, instead of looking for home runs right off the bat. If you're thinking about trading and you don't know what to start, how much to start with, you can start as small as $100. I just started my Webull account back with 65 because that's how much capital I had cleared. Um, and I've already grown that account. It's 100% as of yesterday. Even with taking a bad like end of day trade, it was like $14. I still am up. Think I think 100. Think it's six. I went 65 to 144. I'm kind of done for the week on that account to kind of leave it alone. If I take a trade, it's going to be have a very tight stop loss, so I'm not giving any money back to the market. Still ending the week green. So it doesn't matter how much you start with. I mean, $5 might be a stretch. I have traded with $5, but at least 50 bucks. You can get some contracts and make things happen.
Hey, Chaz, this is Abra.
Yes, ma'am.
So glad you did this morning. I was a little lost. Um, this is the boxy box. I think you guys were talking about. Did you open it based on the opening price?
I didn't mark my boxy box. This is the gap. So all I did was put the gap on. I didn't actually label my boxy box for the gap. But had I put this in extended hours, I could see here. Here is the top of my gap there. And the top, sorry, top of pre-market. Sorry. And then the top of the gap is kind of pre-market low down here. It's a little bit harder to see in the background, but here's 3 a.m. There's the top. We really want to get above here. So if we were doing the boxy boxes at above 562, it's more confirmation for the bullish sentiment. And I was looking a little bit closer here to the 561. But this is where buyers kind of stop buying it. So that's more confirmation. If we can get buyers above here, what was in pre-market, that's give us a strong move for more calls. But yeah, I didn't do the boxy box. I just had put my gap on. That way I could see the gap across the whole area where I'm trading
That gap is from just pre-market or from yesterday?
from yesterday to this morning.
Okay.
So post and pre-market from yesterday. We're almost at that buy zone to push above. So again, if we can get up here, kind of still probably wait till 9, just let everything play out because we could get here and this thing sells right back down. Again, I haven't taken any trade. Again, letting everything settle. Let's look at the prices of some of the SPY contracts between 561. Very, very high end would be 567. I wouldn't go anything past that. If you trade out the money, you want to be within a particular range. So let's not move past about $7 out the money, just depending on your budget. But understand the movement in your delta. It's going to let you know how much money you could be making. But still, we're inching right where this needs to break above for us to get calls. And there's no need to rush your trades. Like, yeah, the market's been open. Cool. Sometimes we make it quick, sometimes we don't. I like to not get in early because again, some people you'll get in right here and then it pulls right back down to the box. Now you're negative and having to reset or get back break even right here. So we can take our time with the market. It ain't going nowhere.
I'm looking at a 564 call if it can break above and hold on
Hmm.
SPY. I mean, it's a little high, but I rather get
It's a
close to
little
the
high, but yeah, that's why I said I'm trying to give y'all some room. Like, don't go farther than 567. Like I done gave y'all the top of the top. Don't go further than that.
I know.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead. You
no,
can
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Well, I was looking at the rest of her lines, and those lines, I guess I'm not really familiar with.
Oh, though these are just the levels for me doing a top down and other like if I go up to the higher time frame, those are just previous support and resistance. So if you hadn't marked your chart, you wouldn't have those. These are just my trading levels. So they weren't pre-market low or high or anything. These calls are up. I might take that with you. Let's go. What was that? 564.
Mm-hmm.
My alert did hit. Let's get a close
See,
above it.
yeah, that's why I was saying. Oh, I thought I was on mute. I was like, oh, I'm on mute talking to myself. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
so that's what
So
I'm
we
looking for.
we hit it. Let's get a close above, and then boom. This will be a second confirmation, but it's rolling.
It's
Um,
rolling. I'm about to get in the XPX too. On top of that,
what XPX are you looking at?
hold on. Ooh. One is going and the other one is going. Yeah, let me pull up my
Yeah,
other.
it's running.
but it ain't close above. I needed to stay, that candle needs to stay above before I get in. See, XPX is going right back down. Don't be playing with me. 5, 6. I'm looking at
Yep, it keeps
5, 7,
dropping.
5, 7, 10.
Okay. I'll put that on my watch list. I wasn't too far off. I was looking at the 5, 7. So you said
Yeah,
5, 7,
5, 7,
10.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
XPX. Give me my money. How we y'all today?
You still waiting or you got in?
No, I'm pushing the button just for it to hold above. We got a minute.
Okay.
I'm pushing the button. I got both of them. SPY and trying to do both.
I have a question. Are we getting into like a spy call at 564?
Yeah, that's on 564 or the SPX 557 or 5710. Either one, depending on your account size, that SPX is going to be more expensive. So yes, 564 on SPY. Bank of America, Bank of America is more of a swing because it is a slower mover. But I like 40 and 42, but go a week out. But the Bank of America, I want some more volume to trickle into the May 16th contract. They're just not where I like it right now. So Bank of America's on my radar, but the very low volume is not to my liking. There's a lot of open interest, but the volume's super low. So I would kind of wait for Bank of America.
Okay, perfect. And I have my bullish trigger level around 561. Sorry, I came in late. Is that
Yeah.
around what everybody else?
Yep, I just set an alert for the 561. It was pretty much at the high 561, 561.12. So when that alert went off, that's letting us know, okay, we got more bullish sentiment confirmation to the upside. And I was just saying, if you're trading out of the money, do not go past 567 for just the smaller accounts. But the 564 is the one that we're looking at right now. But we wanted to close above this level before we get in. So that's what we're waiting on. So we're on the 5 minute, just waiting on a close above this area for better confirmation to get into the trade.
Okay, so above 561.12, open and close.
Yeah, roughly. Because is that the high of the day? Um,
I know if
561.36, close above that, then we can take a call trade on SPY. Is we're wicking right on the, I don't have it on this chart, but we're wicking right through the 50. We want to get through and above that. So the 50 is like 560.91. So we're just being patient. There's no need to kind of do anything. See, we would have got in and we would have instantly been down, but we were waiting on confirmation. We had a zone. It didn't close above that zone.
Thank you.
I know I know a lot of times I follow futures too. So I'm looking at the futures market, and if I know if we can get that 41150, yeah, we all going up. Everybody gonna go up. We're gonna hit our target right now, but we're playing in this little area. So I that has taken, what is this, from 8:50 this morning to now. We still haven't really came up out this area in YM. So anybody, I don't know, futures, I look at the futures market. I'm the mermaid gardener on that. I look at the futures market to see like where we're going. So NQ goes the fastest. ES is right behind. YM is, the baby of the group. So that's how I kind of look and see where we're going on a level. And I have levels set for every last one of them to see if we're going to be bullish or bearish. And that really, those are big, I say, entities. So everything else follows the NQ, MS, and ES and YM. So even if you don't trade it, futures. Well, I know you can't just look. You can get a free 7 day with Ninja Trader just to see the market. I love futures as well, but it moves like XPX. It moves. You blink and you down.
Yeah, it's
and
fast.
and I ain't talking about no $2, $3. Not like this. So you could be down. I've been down 10,000 in futures.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
coming back.
XPS don't play. Like I didn't know that you couldn't get out. Like I was up like 750 or something, and I didn't realize I couldn't get out unless it was a five or a zero.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, learned that the hard way.
Taking it right back down. I'm glad. See, I'm so glad I didn't. This is why I love this. You hold above it, hold below it. Don't hold it. I'm not getting in. Now, if we do go the other way of XPY or XPX, I know I have puts below the 558 level. I know 559 is one of those big levels, so I have my puts below 558. What do you have?
Um, for
I
SPX,
no SPY. If your put,
um, 559. If we close below the top of the gap would be um my entry for a put, and I would probably trade it probably no further than the midline, so 559, 558. I wouldn't go a little bit past 556. So I
at
would stay within
556.
this. Yeah, just stay in between here if we go puts. So I want to, again, we're just bouncing. We're in a channel. You can see the channel being formed from the top of the gap and our rejection line. So we need a close above here or a close below here for us to make a move. I put the Nvidia 110 on my watch list yesterday. That contract was $75 and it is up to 283
You know
today.
I
So
played there, right?
I know you did. You know I didn't. So
I told you,
yeah,
I was like, yo, if it goes, this is gonna go to this level. I
you
was like, it
did.
has to. And when it came back and hit that 105, I was like, all right, it's time for me to get back in. I was just like, yeah, it's gonna get right back up there. I sure did. I held it all the way and I was like, oh yes, thank you. Thank you.
So we dipped down inside the gap and we came back out. So let's see if we can get another green candle above. We've hit the 9 a.m. So let's watch and see. I'm not jumping into anything yet. I want confirmation.
I got the trigger finger on everything just as soon as it does.
If you swung the IWM play with me yesterday, I'm getting back green today. Like I did tell you guys, I'm holding that. And that's a IWM 198 call. It's currently sitting at $28. It's not gonna break the bank if you want to try a trade today. But I do want this to confirm before taking any more positions. See how that wicked out? What is that telling me? That's telling me sellers are coming in, buyers and either there are more sellers than buyers. I can also take a look at my Webull and look at price action, seeing if they're trying to buy this down. And sometimes they'll sell the market down so they can get a better position and buy this thing straight back up. You'll get one, just like the red counter, you get one buy counter that just starts us on a bullish trend. But they just wanted to get in a better position. I'm still a little bullish right now, kind of biased toward it, and just waiting for confirmation. The only thing I'm in is holding that IWM 198 from yesterday. Like I said, it's like $24. you guys are thinking about trading and setting goals, I usually like $100 to $200 a day. I would say 100 to keep a bill away, 200 to keep a job away. But if you are looking at making this full time, make sure you kind of like map out your bills, know how much you actually need to make, plus a little bit of cushion, because every day is not going to be the perfect day to trade. You're not you're not going to be the best, and get like you never miss a trade. So you want to trade and make sure your goal, like let's say you need $1,000 a week, you might want to make that 1,500 a week. So if you have a bad week, you do have some cushion in between there. I look to get 30% to 100 depending on the levels and where we're going to, but I don't make unrealistic expectations for the trades that I'm taking. I make sure that these are things that they could possibly accomplish. I do like the pivots, but I do like my price action. You can see I have pivot points on the indicator on, and so right there, if we can get above that pivot, we can see the next levels here. Kendra trades with the pivots, and so that made me start looking at them, but I kind of trade with my levels more often. But yes, the pivots are very helpful.
Submit button to continue. Legal scenario. Once ready, select unacceptable provider leads.
So we're hitting goal. I believe my IWM should be green. So if you took IWM, we're back at break even or up $1. We want that confirmation to break above. Um, that XPX is down to 108. I don't know. I might take SPY over XPX. That thing be moving. So remember, once we get confirmation, we are looking, you can be getting SPY 560 up to no more than 567, but the strike we're looking at is 564. But trade what's within your budget. Stop losses, if you're brand new, stop loss, do a 20%, get in and get out. Take profit 30%. But we are gonna kind of manage this trade once we get inside it. But do what fits your budget, but not too far out.
Come on.
Also, if you're a newbie, I did drop in the free chat. If you don't have a Webull account, you can sign up with my link for Webull. Deposit your $100, you'll get a free one-on-one class with me or $100 off of my mentorship. My mentorship is a 6-week, 1 hour one-on-one sessions with me, usually 4 to 5 educational based classes, and then we do a live trading session like this, but it's just me and you. To the public, that mentorship is 1,500, but it's 50% off, making it 75, and that's to the public. But for people inside of Discord, y'all get a special price because you all are members. So it would make the mentorship 500. That's super cheap from what it has been because you're getting Webull. I have one spot left. So the first person who signs up for Webull, a brand new account, makes their deposit, you get that discount, and then I'll see if Webull throws another special like that. But it gives me free shares, gives you free shares, so it's just my way of giving back to you guys. We're almost at our stop. So we want that 556, sorry, 561. Get above that so we can take that entry. We're being very patient here. Sometimes trading is patient. I had a shirt made 2 years ago that said I wasn't wrong, I was early. A lot of times you see the setup and you know what's supposed to happen, but you got to be patient to take your entry. We don't want to get burnt on the trade when we just need to be patient. Whoa. a look at price action. Not seeing any crazy buy orders in the lower level right now on level 2 of Webull. So it could just be a little bit slow of a day. We wick through the 50 again. We really need to close above the 50 on SPY for that trade to work out. You just need a little bit of boost. Just get up there and stay up there.
Yeah. Volunteer. Let me see what they do. Did they pull back? I didn't mark in. Okay. I'm looking at Palantir too. I have, if that one pulled back to that 116, I'm gonna take it right back up to 118. The 150, the low, take it from the low to the high and cross that 118. And none of the shooting stars after this.
Pushing back down. We're sitting. Let me cut this one off and show you guys. It's a little bit hard to see, but we're sitting right below VWAP right here. And so we want to stay above VWAP and get above this area to get us above the 20 as well. But this is a crucial area. We break below here, we're getting more bearish sentiment. We'll play the downside if it closes below here. But what are we seeing? All this is just bounce. We're just bouncing until we're outside the channel. There's no need for a trade. If we get here, it could bounce back up to the top of the channel, come right back down. So that's consolidation. We're ranging. Some days we'll get a trend, meaning we're moving upward or downward in a continuation, or we range. We stay within a particular zone. So right now we're ranging. There's no trade to be taken. We could stay here for an hour and all they're doing is eating up your premium when you purchase your contract. But that's why it's important to pay attention to where you're getting your entry and exit so it just doesn't burn you on the premium without a move. So most of the time when you guys are watching us and you're like, hey, what's the signal? What are we trading? Hey, we're stuck. There's nothing I could really tell y'all in confidence right here. If I can call a put and I call that put and it bounces right here and you only get like $2 or $3 and you've like tied up your capital for the day. Or I tell you get a call and then we break below here and we didn't make any money. So I don't see the trade yet.
ELT.
Also, I don't know if you guys are new, you might not have scrolled all the way down in the chat, in the Discord. We do have sports betting, we do have crypto and crypto trading, as well as I drop in other ways for you to make money and build your portfolio or to be able to pay for one-on-one. And that's through doing high paid surveys. I'm actually signed up for one next Wednesday. It's going to be $100 for 1 hour. All I'm going to do is tell them about my skincare routine. I applied for it. They called me and got me booked. So again, if you do one of those a day, you've made $500 for the week. That's an easy be able to pay bills, a car note, some of those extra expenses. Usually they'll either give you a gift card, they can mail you a check, they can deposit to PayPal, or you'll get like a Visa, like virtual card. But that's another way to grow your account or be able to pay for some extra expenditures when just emergencies come up. If you don't know how to apply and get picked, I do have a replay video. The replay video is $30. You can drop your email and Cash App or Zelle, and I'll send it over to you. Also with all the links to all legit verified survey sites. They always need men because most men don't do surveys. They need you guys' opinions about like Rogaine, healthcare, exercise, all of these, any product that a man purchases, they want information on it. Women, they're always looking for parents, mothers, different products, different education. So that's just another way to make a little extra money is by doing surveys. There's also an app on there called Mode. If you got an old phone, old tablet, cut it on, download that app, and just let it run. Let your kids play games on it. You'll get points, and you can redeem those points for gift cards. I just redeemed for a $15 um I think MasterCard. I'm going to switch it and put it to Amazon just because it's cheaper in points. And then this is the stuff when my daughter comes and asks me, hey, can you order me some lashes? I'm like, send me the link and I don't have to pay for it. Or they ask for Roblox. Hey, you can play this game, earn you some money, purchase your Roblox with the gift card. So just another avenue. The group has a lot of value and for you to make money, not just inside of trading, but to build you up as you become a trader. All right, we're pushing back up. It's still not in my point. I need 560, 50, and then we need 561. They're not gonna psych me out. I see the game, but it's got to get higher than where it's sitting at.
Come on, Kendall. Don't nothing.
Nvidia gaps. Same thing for Nvidia. Everything gapped up today, but we want to see a close below that into that gap for that to be a good setup. So here we're just teetering again above this area. We could get calls. We want to see it close below to take puts on Nvidia. Majority of us are trading zero DTE on SPY. But if that gives you too much anxiety, you can always take the next day. Before the market changed to having way more liquidity, we could only trade SPY on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday contracts. So if you have anxiety with swinging, just stick to trading. Like today, you would trade the Friday contract. Monday, you would trade the Wednesday contract. You can buy some time, but that is going to be a little bit pricey. But yeah, usually we're looking at the zero DTE. So it would be today's expiration. Where most of us are scalping, we're going to be in and out um, off the short move. Nvidia is holding above this gap again, above VWAP would be more confirming, above the top of this VWAP channel because we have all this wicking. Lets me know buyers are kind of weeding out right there. So it needs to close inside. You see how these candles came through the gap, but it didn't close below, so it would have kind of like trapped you and then shot up, probably hit your stop loss. We wanted to close below inside that gap for confirmation. No problem. Thank you for asking that question, Lily.
Palantir needs to go back down to 116.
Which one went to 116?
I said it needs to go back down to 116 so I can take it up.
Oh, for Nvidia.
No, for Palantir.
Oh, Palantir. Let me go back to, I didn't even pull up Palantir. I heard you say that and I was scrolling. Let me go back to Palantir. Oh, yeah.
It's below, but I need it to hold below so I can take it. But once it gets down
Yeah,
to
because it could get back up to 20.
mm-hmm. Okay, Spy is calling. Spy is ringing on my call. So let me see if we can hold above that. My next level. 561.32. But I see you got 561.36. Okay. Come on, hold above, boost.
Yeah, it's trying.
It ain't give me enough.
See, when it be mornings like this, I just be like, I'm going back to sleep.
Right.
Y'all,
Look, let me come back at 2 o'clock and see if anything popping.
this is why I don't get out of bed, you guys. I'm being nice to throw this on because I don't talk in the morning. But I was just like, okay, I'm woke now. But when the market does this, I'll just go back to sleep, set my alarm for an hour, and come back and look at it because it's not doing much. I can go let my dogs out. I can go for a walk. I can go exercise because this ain't doing nothing.
Sometimes do you feel like when it's doing like this, you don't want to get in and trade anything because it's not moving in a clear direction? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm looking at YM and ES, all of them, and they just all moving in that consolidation level. Ain't
they're
nobody.
playing. Yeah, they're playing with retail. They want us to take the bait and they want us to take it too early. Now, all they're doing is like just setting up because we've gone for an hour. Again, had you had calls or push, it's just an hour of premium that then just
Eat
walked away.
alligator and ate your
Edison, IWM doesn't move too fast, but it's more affordable than SPY, so that's why I was already in it. I had been trading IWM since Kendra called it about 2 weeks ago because I liked how it moved, and the premiums on SPY were just jacked sky high. So yeah, either one, but stay within like a dollar or two of the strike with IWM. SPY, we can give it a little bit more room because it's just been moving very strong. But yeah, I like
IW.
IWM for the scalp.
Hold on, let me look at IWM because it's holding. I'm trying to see if it'll get up to that 190, 187. What's the oh god. It just held above my level. I had
Oh,
195, 196.15. So it just held above that.
okay. Well,
So
like I said, I'm already in that one. I was in the swing, so I'm still holding that one. Like I said, 200 was on my radar for Friday, but it's got to hold. So if it pulls back again, that's gonna be hard for it. But if it hits it today, I'd be happy.
what is your target point on you still in IWM calls?
Yeah, I swung the 198 call from yesterday, and I have the 200 for tomorrow on my radar.
Okay.
Well, and when I say radar, my watch list. It's $50. It has nice volume and open interest. And if
I'm
we
looking at
start to get a move,
uh-huh.
what'd you say? I, this is me like swing trading for the people who want to get into trade. You could look at the 198 for today or 200 for tomorrow. They're both under $100. And I like the volume and open interest on them. But we gotta hold this level. I still want confirmation above SPY right here. And then on IWM. We need above the high, so I need above right here. So I'm gonna set an alert. And this is what I do. Like once I see it and there it's choppy like this, I set my alerts and I go do something else. It's time to go fold clothes. I'll soon be like the mermaid gardener getting my garden together.
Uh-oh, it's about to cross over. Come on, XPX, crossover. Ooh, buddy. Hold it now, Joe. Hold it.
Yeah, it's getting there. Let's see if Tesla's moving. Because if Tesla's moving, we can get that TSLL. It's bouncing off the 200. Let me go back to TSLL. Probably TSL 1050. If you're itching to trade Tesla, get the TSLL 1050 or the 11 strike is $16. But we want confirmation right here. It's got to close above this. It's touching it. We want that close and some volume to come in so it can get to running and we can make some money and be done before lunch.
Oh, I know this might be a dumb question, but I
Never,
can't tell.
Abram.
Your volume, where are you looking at?
Oh, it's supposed to be on here. I don't have it on this chart. I was looking at it on my Weeble. I need to put my volume back on.
I'm in a,
What I say?
I got an IWM. I'm in that one,
Okay.
that 198, because I can see it going up there. It's holding up above my level. All right, gotta worry about that one.
All
Now,
right, spy pushing.
XPX, next.
That $11 TSLL went from 14 to $16. I might take this one just to play with. I'm gonna take the 1050. Um, I'll give it a $5 stop, maybe $10. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna take TSLL 1050, and this is in my small account. So like I said, it's like 100, maybe $40, and then I'm gonna take IW. No, let's go. We were going with SPY. Um, I'm gonna have to go back to IWM and going to take the IWM. I'm gonna keep the 198 on my IWM for this little bull move. So I got two contracts. I got one on TSLL and one on IWM, and we'll just see how these play out. Nope, I put in an order. My TSLL didn't get filled yet.
All right.
Just to
T,
recap,
T,
you put in
TSLL. Oh.
a call for SPY.
Yes, the SPY is 564, but I'm not taking that in my small account. So I took the IWM 198, but you can take the 564 on SPY. The TSLL is the bull share for Tesla, so it moves the same as Tesla. So that's why I was getting that one.
And that one is a call as well.
Yes, it's a call. That was 1050. TSLL call 10.5, and I believe it was like $33. Well, I'm trying to get filled at 33. I might get filled at 34. It hasn't filled my order yet. That's what y'all hear dinging. It's not filling my order yet.
Nice, thank you.
I might just have to move up and get it filled at 35. But I'm not in a rush to take any of these positions. The TSLL is just extra. The Yeah. But it looks like we're getting a little bit of bullish push. Okay, I'm gonna have to move that one up. See if we can make some money this morning. And if you guys make some money off these trades, go drop them in. If you learn something, make sure you drop in the group, let other people know that you're learning something. Or I can just keep my beauty sleep in the mornings.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That
No,
no
ma'am.
man.
No ham and
Ma'am.
nobody's turkey. Okay? No, ma'am. The support is very needed and very appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Well, I
thank
appreciate it.
you.
They don't want to feel me, so I didn't get filled at 33 or 34 on the TSLL 10.5. I'm waiting. I got one bid. Now they're coming in. They might get me filled at 37, but my little order is just sitting here.
Okay, I'm in XPX
Okay,
and
IWM is up $1.50.
I'm in XPX and I am about to get into SPY. All right, come on, we up. All I do is win, no matter what. Yeah. 564.
Snail mail moving. Okay. Don't make us work hard for the money today. We need a little drop down on Tesla and TSLL. I'm trying to get filled at 0.37. Okay, IWM crossed the level.
I'm already at
Um,
10. I'm already at 10% on spot. Come on, baby. Get on up there, shucks.
yep, it's moving.
Help me out, sugar.
My little IWM ain't moving much. The SPY is moving. Well, just come on. This was when I put my little meme up, do
Oh,
something with
it was time.
the little stick. Come on.
Pick me outside.
What's your SPY, Paul?
What's that?
At
They left
564.
it on my bed all night.
No
I
further
changed my
than
gown in the middle of the night.
564, no higher than 567. Okay, I didn't get filled on the TSLL and it's moved and I'm not going to chase it. I saw it at 33 and now it's at 40. It could still push, but I'm not going to keep trying to move my strike up. I missed it, the entry, so I'm just going to say, hey, this would have been a great trade. I would have got in at 33. I saw it move up to 40, maybe 43, so that was a $10 move on a $33 contract. Beautiful. I can make a journal entry about it and move on with life. Or I can get in and chase it, but it's moving. So if anybody caught it and got in, you should be green. But I canceled that contract because I didn't get filled. So the only thing I'm in now is the IWM 198. If you're in, it's up 12% now. And we're just gonna rock out with it, see what happens. It might be slow. I might get $50 today. But
I'm at
it's
12% on IWM too.
I got in the
bias moving.
TSLL at 37 and it's up 25%.
Yay! You got filled and I didn't.
I think when you were trying to get in at 33 or 34, I went ahead and did 37.
Perfect. So now we're looking at it needs to get over 1059 to keep pumping.
Okay.
There's my TSL alert. You see it 1059. So that went off. So you're good. It's moving. Feel free to take if you're being disciplined, take your 30% and run away with it. It does still if the markets keep pushing, it still have some more room to maybe 75. But yeah, I'm glad you got in.
So that's always my issue. I do take profit at 35%, well, 30%, but sometimes I'll have like a runner and I'm like, well, how long should I let that one stay? That's what
As
I,
long as your anxiety can take it. Now, if your anxiety level, hey, close it and take your money because if it pulls back on you and you lose money, then
right.
that's just go ahead and cut it. Just cut both of them. You runners are for people who we've made money on those contracts and we're just leaving that extra money out there. But
Okay.
if you're not comfortable, just close it. So now you want to see we have a high of the day on TSLL at 1066. We want to get above that 1066 and get to 1075. So we want to see price action push up there. That was good. That's why I didn't chase it. You see it came back down a little bit, didn't feel me, but you got filled. We're hitting the resistance area. You see this line on my SPY. So now it needs to push above 192. So we got over the first hurdle, getting out of the first trading range. Now we're in another very tight range. So when you guys are saying like, how did I get those levels? Because they're previous support and resistance, and I leave them on. Sometimes they're significant, sometimes they're not. But today it's important this because I can see this tight move, and this will help me understand. Okay, I can close my trade if I'm in a call if it breaks below that support. But if it pushes above the second one, I can stay in. So this is how you're kind of watching your chart to see, should I be closing and taking profit, or can I stay in a little bit longer? It's just a little bit of pullback. Oh, my IWM pulled back. Now I'm negative 16, but I'm really not worried about the IWM. This thing is just sideways. That's why wasn't taking too many trades. I like the Tesla. I like the SPY. I like the IWM, but it's dragging this morning. Everything needs to wake up and need a little shot of Red Bull or some cayenne pepper. Something.
The pepper is for real. Caliente, come on, spicy, hot.
I did take TSLL at 40%, so that was good.
Yay! Drop that in there winning trades. Yes. But see
Well,
let me put again when I'm again, you see how I had to be disciplined and I told you guys, hey, I missed the entry. Had I got in and chased it, I wouldn't have got 40%. I'd only be up like maybe $2 or $3 or like
right,
7%. So respect your entry. This is where I wanted my entry, getting in off of the VWAP, and then I could have took it to here. Very quick scalp, not that hard. I saw the move happening, but once you start to get feel, once it moves $10, that's almost like, that could be 10 or 20%. If it's moved that much on that cheap of a contract, I don't want to chase it. If I'm in $100 contract and it moves $5 or $10, well, that's more confirming for me. It still has a little bit more room to do. That's just priming up. But for this small contract and for a ticker, it only has $1.41 ATR. So it's only moving about $1 a day. The
right.
low down here at 10.16. So we might get $11. We might,
Yeah,
but that's a lot for it to do. And it's still, look, it's still going.
yeah,
So
I got scared.
no, it's not scared. Don't think about it like that. So that's putting in the negative mindset. You were disciplined and you respected your rule and you closed at 40. That's not being scared. That's being disciplined.
Right.
I got stopped out. I got
Positive
$10
mindset.
profit, but I got stopped out on it. So when it pulled back, so
Yeah.
on the TSLL.
Again, TSLL to get your feet wet, build your account, and get your account built up to trade Tesla. Now, I do like to trade Tesla on Friday because the zero DTE contracts are pretty affordable and you can get in right at market open, catch a little move and get out the way. But that's just to get you some practice. Page paper trade Tesla on Fridays when there's zero DTE.
Come on, Q2Q, hit my other level.
I need SPY to come back up. SPY need to get up with the get up.
And the thing is, I'm only playing with the money that I've made this week. That's the thing. I'm like, I'm only playing with the money I made. I'm not playing. It's just, and I only got one contract. So if it goes whichever way, I'm okay. I'm still coming out green. But I would like for it to go my way. Crossover boosty.
The IWM sitting here, we want to get that above. It needs to get over 196. Also, I'll split this, and when we're looking at SPY, you can also look at the VIX. When the SPY is going up, the VIX is going down, inverse, and this is kind of like the fear index. Well, it is. It measures fear in the market. So SPY goes up. We want to see this continue to drop down. I don't trade the VIX because the volume and open interest on it is usually um, very soft. It's not really as tradable unless we're getting crazy moves. But when the VIX, you can set you an alert on your chart. When the VIX is over like 25 and 30, that's when you want to buy your shares of the company you're building up because that's like your buying opportunity. That's your 50%, 20% radar to go off to go shopping for your shares and watch for that settlement to come back down. But buy zones over 30 for sure. So you can just set an alert for your chart. VIX over 30, I can go shopping for my shares. There we go. Spy just needs to get over here. Let's go back to Spy. Let's see how much these contracts are. See if I'll take one.
Shoot, I'm in three of them. I already got in. I got in. I'm in XPX, YM, QQQ, and what's that other one I said? Spy. 4. I ain't worried about IWM. I ain't worried about them. They're pushed away. And if YM crossover, I'm getting into that.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of come on and close. I'm looking at XPX 5710. That's the one you enter, right? You got the
Yeah.
5710?
I'm
Yeah. It's at 118. It's looking nice. I just wanted to confirm. It's playing with my emotions. What is TSL trying to push up some more?
Hey, doctor, I just want to say thank you for doing this because it's so easy to follow and understand what you're doing, especially as someone that hasn't been in the market for so long. So I just want you to know that this is so easy to just be on here with you and follow what you're doing.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Like um this is what I like to do. This is what I want to bring more into the market. My job, being a doctor is stressful. Being working full time is stressful. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be able to trade full time. I want you guys to be able to trade with me full time. So if the people show up, if you guys show up, I show up. If you guys engage, I engage. So if we get on here and it's quiet, then hey, I'm gonna put you guys on mute and go about my day. But as long as it's benefiting you guys, y'all are letting me know that I'll keep doing this more and more often inside the group. My main thing is share it with somebody. Don't gatekeep us. Invite them to the group. Let them learn. Bring them into the fold. Share it on your social media. Share it in your church group. Share it in your friend group. Share it in your family groups to bring people in so we can just keep teaching more and more people.
For sure, for sure. No, I definitely resonate with that because I was a nurse and I moved into IT because after COVID, it just got too intense. But even now that I'm doing IT engineering work, it's, same thing, different,
Yeah.
different set of people. So I'm just like, I just don't want to work anymore. I just want to focus on my family. So
And that's it. Like if I live a long life, I grew up, my parent, I'm not the struggle type person. I come from a two-parent household. My grandparents were together. But as I got older, my grandmother passed while I was in my last year of pharmacy school. Just recently, like during COVID, my aunt passed, then my grandfather passed. And I just like spending time with my family. Like that, I'm used to Sunday dinners. My daughter, my bonus kids, I have two grandchildren. I'm just like, I want to spend time with my family. I want to sit on my porch and look at the stars. I want to be able to enjoy life. And it's not about just working until you're 65. I was like, I hadn't taken a cruise. Like most people, they don't take a cruise until they get up in age. No, we want to be in our 20s and 30s and taking cruises and being on the beach and skydiving, doing all the extreme stuff that people wait in life. So I want to enjoy all these experiences, and trading allows me to do that. Like yesterday, it was before 11:30, and me and Kristen, we had made money. I had made what I wanted for the day. My wife had a doctor's appointment. I was like, okay, I'll drive you to your appointment because I don't have to do anything for the rest of the day. I made a goal. I accomplished that goal, and now I'm free to do whatever else I want for the day. So this
good.
does provide you, like I said, I'm gonna find somebody to pitch this medicine to markets to, because we are bringing in a lot of people out of healthcare and getting them help to the market. So this could be a good little show. I don't care if it does one season or two, but I think people will watch that on how people do career changes and get into the stock market, even if it's not medicine. It could be like whatever to markets.
Exactly. Exactly. There's got to be somebody in the group that, works in Hollywood already. My husband's a videographer. He's won Emmys, but he's not necessarily in Hollywood. But he knows a few people, but there might already be somebody in the group that's actually, working with the right people currently.
See, I'm not a camera type person. Like that's for the people who really like being for show. I wouldn't be on the show. I'd be like, can I be an executive producer or something? I would not want to be on camera. Like I'm not that type of, I'm not a flashy type person. But it would be
I'm
fun.
I'm in the medical field too, and I just recently took a teaching position. And I like just Googled the commute from my son's school to downtown Atlanta. So when I start my new position teaching, and it was
Hmm.
going to take me 51 minutes to go
Yes.
19 miles. And I was
And
like, what am I about to get myself into again?
hmm. Yep. But you got to take advantage of it. Milk it, like milk it till you're ready. Like I'm milking my job. I got private held shares. I made sure I got my house first. And that's something y'all won't learn like just within being in other groups. If you got certain goals, you might have to milk your 9 to 5 until you get them. I milked my 9 to 5 until my car was paid off and I got my house. They can't take it from me if I say I trade the stock market now. I showed them that 9 to 5 paperwork, got into my loan, got my home, got my land, and I can make money however I want to now. Can't nobody tell me what to do with it. So if those are some of your goals, milk that 9 to 5, get your stuff that you got to show paperwork for, get you a car, get your car note, and then start paying for it or pay it off, pay it cash. So get the important things, know what you want in life, work it up. But yeah, I can't, an hour commute, I can't do it anymore. My job is actually 3 hours away, so I would only go in the office like once or twice. We go in the office four times a year, and they pay me to go in the office. But I'm like I just enjoy trading all day. I like looking at the charts. I like reading. I like engaging with people, talking about what else is coming up in the market, what's to move forward in the next couple of months. That's fun. This is not work for me. It's more unless I do have a passion for medicine, but COVID kind of tainted some of that passion. So now I'm like, what can I do where I don't have to work as hard or trade the hours to do it? And the stock market really showed me that. I'm like, whoa, they making some money in a
Mhm.
short period of time. So I put my head down. I was like, I got to figure out what they doing because nobody showed me this. Nobody taught me this. Nobody was coming to the student job fair saying, "Hey, I trade the stock market. You can do it too." No, it's like you got to be a lawyer, you got to be a doctor, you got to play basketball, you got to play football, you gotta you got to do something, but it wasn't this.
Right.
Nobody showed I'm a stock. I've never met anybody in my educational career that was trading the stock market. I had one semester of economics, and I traded the stock market back when you had to go get the paper, and you scroll through the paper looking for things moving and stuff, and I would get on the computer and like introduce trades and like this interactive thing. I had one class. That's the only exposure I had until I saw people on Facebook trading options. So it's like we got to get more people involved in acting. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be a genius. You can be an average person who does average things and be a very great trader. Oh, I love this opportunity. This is so stagnant. Like, just move.
I made 20% off SPY, 18% off XPX. I sold some of my contracts.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
haven't gotten
still
back into anything. I'm still sitting in my little 19% IWM, and
I'm
I'm
in
gonna
nine.
just let it sit. I want to get out. Look, so here, I want this candle to close nicely and another one, and then I can get this 564 on spot. It's making me nervous how it's sitting. It looked like it want to dip, and I don't want to. I'm feeling like once I get in, it's gonna dip, and I don't want to do it. I want to see another strong candle before I get that call.
I'm holding on. I'm holding Joe. I'm
Yeah.
holding Joe. I'm holding.
Let's go back to TSLL. TSLL pulled back a bit. It hit our target. Like I said, we didn't have much room for it to go when I didn't get my position in, so I'll mark that level there. Um, Who else was on my radar? Let's go see some SoFi. So when the market's down, this is when I just start hunting and looking for stuff. I like SoFi. I bought shares. I'll buy some more today. Because it's still under $13. And what else do I have to do? That's a safe way. If you get to trading and you know you a gambler, just start buying shares because you're gonna start moving your capital, your buying power into your shares so you don't F it up.
Come on, baby, hit that target. Come on, you can push it.
Nike been trash. I've been bearish on Nike. They get on my nerves. They don't never do what they supposed to do. And they're trading inside of a much higher. Why I got this big old gap? Yep. See, I have this big range on Nike until Nike gets above 50. And you see that alert? Look at my alert. Until it crosses over 58.92 or goes below 52, I'm not trading this thing. It's just sideways. Don't make no sense. Put some alerts on your chart and just keep rolling. Let's see. What target do I have? 564. Let's go see. Let's go see my spot targets. But 564 is the target and my strike on SPY. If we look at this upper level, I had another gap back here, so yeah. Let's come down. Let's get back in the range. But yeah, 564, no higher than this 567. And that's just a psychological area. Trade at 562. Another $2 move would get us to 564. We also got like 565 in here. But max 567, which is half of your ATR from the open of 560. That's my target. So I get the 564, hold it to 564 or buy two and leave a runner and let that last runner after we hit 564 let that runner go and see if we could hit 567. And this could kind of be kind of 567 even. The SoFi, the monthly, it should. I see it getting above, but let's set a standard. So in order for us to keep SoFi in that May 16th, because I took profit on it, we want the 1250 to hold and hit 13. If we don't hit and hold 13 by tomorrow, you don't have to hold it through. You can reposition and just take your money out the trade. It's a low theta mover too, though. So it's a kind of 50-50. I do see them retracing, but we do have Powell speaking next week. And if Powell, if he's bearish, that could kind of bring SoFi down. But overall, long term, I'm bullish on SoFi. So I'll be looking at the May 16th and the Junes and still looking at those leaps. I'm up 30% on IWM. If you took IWM, we're at 30%.
I was just about to say that.
You can take profit.
I
I have a question about SoFi. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh.
I have a question about SoFi. We had, I think, calls, and I had a
Mm-hmm.
call, and I think I missed it like right after the news when it shot up. And so
Mm-hmm.
I had a May 16th. So I was like, well, I guess I could just hold it. But what I've realized now is like I'm kind of stuck in this negative, and I'm like, what should I do with this? I still have time on it, but I know like when trading options, time has a big factor in it too. So now I'm kind of wondering, I'm like $30 down on it. Should I just get out of it, or should I don't really know how to manage it at this point.
So you said you're down $30. What's your percent that you're down?
Um, Let me see. Let me
And when you
change it.
when you first got it, did you think internally what would be your stop loss and take profit?
Yes, I was. Hold on, let me see. I'm changing it over to percentage. My app is like frozen right now. I was gonna do 30%, but I was busy that morning and I
Mm-hmm.
completely missed it. And then it just shot to hell. But I don't think, I think I'm pretty sure I didn't set my stop loss right because nothing triggered and it just kept going down. And I was like, oh my God. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just hold it now. So I'm kind of stuck with it.
Are you in
Um,
the 15?
yeah, I'm in the 15.
I'll give it you can give it a little bit of room because the theta on it is like $1 and the delta is 13. So if we can get another dollar, it can make you less negative, but that's how you manage it. Probably not.
Okay.
It may not go all the way back up to the return, but if we could get less negative, that's possible. So I would be seeing if by tomorrow I can recover $13 from that negative and just get
Mm-hmm.
less negative, and then you can close it and re-enter. Because holding it through the weekend, the theta is you're just gonna hold the theta, and if it doesn't like pop up and we don't have any more news, it could
Mm-hmm.
stay a little bit of sideways. So one, just how we manage it. I don't like if I'm in a swing trade, I don't want it to go more than 50% because, and then depending on how much time I have, because if I want profit, that contract has to move up 50% and some more work for me to get in profit. So I like to keep it at about 30 to 50 on a swing, just depending on how much time I got. With a shorter move with like a 2 week or a month, we can do between 20 to about 50%. I don't like to go more than 50% because again, we're making that contract work hard to get us back in profit. We could just cut it and reposition on the move back up. Um, but yeah, I would say you could hold it today. If we can get above 12.75 and hold it and possibly 13,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be in a good place. But when it broke 13, that was like the pullback. I wanted it to stay above 13. So that would be our goal. Set an alert for about 12.75. Can we hold 12.75 and can we get to 13 before the weekend is out? If it holds 13, we might be in a good position to get 13.5 back to 14. But if we stay under 13, I would just cut it and reposition later or start looking at the Junes.
Okay. Because it's negative 55% now. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, you can give it one more day, but we're not gonna give it too much more room.
Okay.
Yeah, the price action will get you out, and that's why I was very strategic about calling the place for the zero DTEs,
Mm-hmm.
because it is trading sideways. So we just kind of manage it, and but that is one of the risks of you trading zero DTE contract. We can get caught up in some range trading, but the best way to set that up is to we can get the next day's expiration. So that's why I'm very careful with us picking that. Same thing happened to me with SoFi, Mr. Rally. Okay, yeah, 70% we cut it. We can still reposition on that contract and get some of the money back. The thing is we usually like I'm in this contract and if I think it's gonna go up, let me just hold it and go up. Well, no, that's not the way it kind of works with your options. You need to at least buy another contract and start letting them both work together or just cut the trade altogether, wait for it to start moving up, and then we'll get those gains, we'll get those losses back. So we don't have to get it back in blood from that particular contract at that particular time. We can wait for the move to start to generate again and get that back. So a lot of people, we revenge trade poorly. We see the trade, we want to hold our trade because we think it's going to go up and it's moving, but the theta inside of our contract is working against us. So one, that's going to affect our mindset. It's going to put us in a negative mindset, make us not like SoFi when we just probably could have handled the trade a little bit better and we just need to reset. We might just need to close that trade altogether, not see the negative, get back into the position once it starts to move up, and then we can start seeing green. A lot of people never cut their red trades and don't understand how that negative affects their mental when they're trading that company. So sometimes we just have to get the red off the books, reset, get back in. Yeah, we'll close the trade, we take a loss, but we live to trade another day and get into a better position. That's around the psychology behind it. Like sometimes we just have to mentally cut the red and then reposition. But it's so far it's holding. It's getting above the 50 and the 200. So it's at 1282. Like I said, the high of today was 1292. If we can get above it and kind of hold 13, it should be looking good again. SPY is trickling up. My IWM is at 41%. So I'm happy with that one. I didn't take anything else so far. I should have taken the SPX. My XPX is now up $20. Nope, not my XPX. It has now gone. I saw it at like 110. Now it's at 138.
I'm
We
at
got a little
140.
bit.
There's a S. Ooh, come on, go. Just hit the target. God darn. Ooh, start to buy. Yep, buy market.
Order filled.
Oh,
So I'm still just in my IWM. I'm debating on getting this SPY. It's just I don't like the price action. But if you took the SPY 567, since when we've been looking at it at 9:15, it was $25. It's moving up. It's up to $56. So the even the 57 strike, I'm sorry, the 567 strike is making a couple of bucks. I'm debating on taking SPY or XPX. And I'm not sure what I want to do, but my IWM is at 62%. It's in my small account. So once this probably hits 100, I'll close it and have another green day. And like I said, this account is like booming. This is the first day of the month. So if you had a bad last month, it's the first day of this month. Let's make it a new month. Everything that happened last month, let's journal it, learn from it, and start the month off fresh. Load your account. Don't touch it. Don't add anything. Start learning from it. That was another discipline key for me. It's like once we start trading options, we treat it like a casino. Oh, I'll just go to the ATM and get some more cash and I'll trade again or I'll load my account again after we blow account. But if you're disciplined and set a goal for these accounts, you will start to handle them like you handle your children with much better care. And strategic. So if you lose $5 or $10, you're like, nope, I'm cutting this trade. That's cutting against my profit. We switch from our mindset of being an option trader to being a capital manager, and your goal is every day to make some more money. That's all your job is to do is to make money day over day. 67%. I'm up 1950 on the IWM. So I'm liking it. I don't want to be too risky with this account. Again, I started with 65 on Monday and it's growing. So what will I do? I'm gonna go see We Them Ones comedy show tomorrow. I'm going to see Beyonce with my my wife and daughter. I'm going to see, I think we got some more tickets. I just got tickets to stuff this summer or these next couple of months. So pay yourself, put a reward down. Um, when you're trading and you kind of start making money, start setting those goals for what the money is going to go toward, whether it's a vacation, whether it's a bill, whether it's some kind of luxury item that you want, make sure you pay yourself. Make sure you're enjoying your profits. This price action is just so trash though. Like it's gonna hit. It's probably gonna go here, but it's probably gonna take all daggone day. I think I'm gonna take I think I'm gonna go less risky than doing the day trade on IWM. This is getting very top of the tier. But I was also watching IWM 200 for tomorrow, and that contract is up. Like when I first looked at it, it was about $54 and now it's up to 72. So I like the 200 on a swing versus me getting a day trade for today. Even with SPY, this price action is just so slow. So when you have that, like we're about to get to lunchtime, when it's slow like this and we're not making money, I just like to get the next day's contract. Yeah, it's gonna cost me a little more, but it's better than getting chopped up and not making no money.
Mm, 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 mm.
Awesome. Thank you, Patman. Well, I love to have you. I can do this in groups with you guys, but I don't like to teach you guys in groups because I don't want you guys to have pressure when you're learning. I think people get anxiety, or at least I did. I felt a pressure. And I've always been in skill sets where you're always striving to be the best, and I'm around a group of people where we're all the best, so it's very competitive. So I didn't want this skill set to be competition for you guys when y'all learn. So that's why I teach one-on-one majority of the time, and I can do group settings like this where it's just kind of like free open with the things that I'm going over, because I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, and I ask y'all, hey, everybody understand, let's move on. And there's 20 of us on the call and only 10 of us really know, and there's like, 10 people who don't know. I don't want those 10 people to be left behind. I want everybody to be comfortable, be able to understand and move at their own pace. But I'm trying to work it out where maybe I could teach you guys in groups of 5 or 10. And that way I'm not seeing my calendar booked out for months and can still getting in. But this is why I like to teach one-on-one, just so there's no pressure, but make it still lighthearted when you're trading like this. You can look at the chart, you can ask questions, you can compare your chart to it. But if I'm on a call with 100 people, I can't let all of y'all share y'all chart. If y'all wanted to, anybody can share their chart if they want to. I can give all of y'all sharing power. We can go through everybody's chart if they want to look at setups, if they want to share what they see. We can do that in a small group. I can't do that with 100. I don't even want to do it with 100 people. That's much too much. But I like small groups like this so we can focus, we can ask questions, we can see it map out. You can come in and out and learn. But yeah. Um, but yeah, I appreciate y'all coming out here. It's a stagnant morning, but y'all are still here. And that's what us as analysts do. We still be here too, or I'll charge my phone and get about the way. Probably go walk my dogs or something. This is much, much too slow today. So what do I do on a slow day as a day trader? I find other ways to make money. I look at crypto. I look at binary trading. Um, I might fill out a couple of survey entry forms to start getting picked up for that. Um, I hone in on my skills by looking at my other charts, setting alerts. This is when you can do chart time. You're not just having a stir one like I'm doing right now, but I could be going through my other charts, seeing where other setups are happening. It's funny you say that, Lily. I can't stand my voice. Like y'all say it's common. And I guess from having to speech so much. And fun fact, I wear hearing aids. I'm very hard of hearing, and I'm very strategic about money. I'm gonna go see if I can get disability because I can't hear, and that's gonna help me trade even more and not have to go back to work if I can get some full disability about being here. But I lost my hearing. I started losing my hearing in college, and I don't know if it was like due to like Red Bull or staying up late, but I started to lose my hearing and I started to do bad in school, and I had never done bad at school, and I didn't realize that I was doing bad because I couldn't hear. And that was like very eye-opening. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't hear. So I was doing bad, but I was doing bad because I couldn't hear my professors and I wasn't understanding what they were saying. It wasn't that I didn't get the information. I literally didn't hear them. I literally wasn't hearing anything. So I started wearing hearing aids, and so I hear my voice a lot different now. And it gives me an appreciation for anybody who's deaf or hard of hearing. But my mother is hard of hearing too, and my grandmother was hard of hearing, but due to an injury. So it's weird when I listen to my voice because it's coming in kind of a different way than I can hear without them. So yeah, I don't really care to hear myself talk. That's why I usually don't want to talk to y'all more than an hour, because I don't really like my voice. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I gotta go back to the doctor. I was just Googling it because I have student loans, and I was trying to see like how can I get my student loans? I'm not going back to work, and I'm not gonna work for a nonprofit unless I work for myself. But I was like, I'm not gonna work I'm not gonna work to get my student loans discharged. They're gonna have to die with me or something. But I found out if you get disability with the VA or a total disability, you can discharge your student loans. So I was like, if I go get a disability statement that I am legally deaf or hard of hearing, I go send that letter to my student loans, get my student loans discharged, and I can be a full-time trader and possibly get some checks. But hey, don't I'm always looking for different ways. Everybody else looks for ways to kind of capitalize. I'm like, I'm not going to the military or nothing. I think people that went to the military are geniuses. You get lifetime health care, you get access to a bunch of different loans. So that was like super smart. But I'm not going, I wouldn't make it through boot camp. If it's a way for me to skip boot camp, I'd do military, but probably not. I got flat feet. I got allergies and I'm half deaf. Yeah, not really good setup to go to the military, but they're gonna make a lot of money.
I saw that the new AirPod Pros help with hearing too. Did you see that?
I actually, I mean, I wear hearing aids. So like right now, I'm
Okay,
listening to you guys with my hearing aid. So I have a high quality hearing aid. So I'm able to connect to my phone and my laptop or whatever device that I want. So they're really good. I can hear, but legally without them, I can't hear very well. So if I'm not
gotcha.
wearing them, that's the thing. And you never really like now, my other senses, I don't see well either. I wear contacts. I don't see well, I don't hear well. So kind of double standard, but my wife can hear really, really well. Like she has like sonar hearing. She'll tell me like, "You hear that up the street?" I'm like, "Hell no, I don't hear. I don't hear nothing." But she can hear our neighbors in their house because the way our houses sit, um, we're in a modular, so she just has sonar hearing, but my hearing is very poor. But it kind of makes you vulnerable in different positions because if you can't hear, you don't know when emergencies are happening. Like when I go to the beach and stuff, I'm kind of cautious because I have to take my hearing aids out. They're not waterproof. So it makes you way more aware of your surroundings when you can't hear. And when I did my undergrad, I stayed near Gallaudet University. I don't know if y'all know that, but Gallaudet University is the school for the deaf college, and all the kids around like they would sign. Like I never learned signing, but I would be around a lot of the deaf community, and it was just like wow that I spent that time near the deaf community, and then I start losing my hearing. But I can hear well with my hearing aids. It's fine now, but without them, I'm just like, could I legally have disability with that? So yeah, you never know. I dropped in and I even dropped in my channel, hey, if you guys have insurances, make sure you reach out to your insurance companies, make sure you're speaking with your doctors, make sure you're talking to the financial people in the hospitals. Hospitals get a lot of money to pay for stuff that people can afford, whether you have insurance or not. And I see a lot of people missing out of getting procedures that they need done because they think they can't afford it with deductibles or high insurance. I had a procedure like over, I think, $100,000 or $300,000. I went to the financial assistance people first and I applied. I let them know I had insurance. I told them what I could pay, which was nothing. I can't pay out anything. I need the procedure. I can't pay out anything. And they're like, well, we can't do it unless you can pay a little bit. And I was like, well, I can pay out $500 if y'all put it on a payment plan. And they were like, well, could you do 1,000? I said, I can do 1,000 if you can put it on a payment plan. I applied for financial assistance. I got the procedure done. I put it on a payment plan. I got approved for financial assistance. I paid for it. And then they refunded me back my money. So make sure, I don't care if they take you out of court, get whatever you need done, make them people pay for it. What they're gonna do after they do is take the surgery back. It ain't like buying a car. Once you healthy and your life is taken care of, let them figure out where their money gonna come from or whether they gonna get it or not. So yeah, I'm all about like how you can do stuff better, smarter. Um, Tomorrow, let's see. Do I have anybody in the morning? I have a one-on-one with somebody in the morning and then I have a call at 1. So it might be late. It might be about 10 because I'll have a private session with that person at 8 and then I could come on. Yeah. As long as you guys show up, as long as you guys show appreciation, you're dropping testimonials in the channel, you guys are showing up and engaging, I will continue to do this. This is what I like to do. for the community. Now, if you're on the free side, you might not get the link every time. I did it for the free side because I was feeling generous, but this will be for the paid side of the community. This will be a feature that's included. But I will try to do it more and more, at least once a week, try to get the free people in or twice a week, but this will be on the premium. Yeah, Spot's struggling. Like I said, it needs some cayenne pepper and some Red Bull. It's struggling. And that's because of volume. It's very low volume right now. And when there's very low volume, we're gonna see this stagnation. And so what do? We get the contract for tomorrow. We're not gonna just let it eat our premium with the zero DTU.
I've never
LJD.
I've never waited this long in my life to close out a trade.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But I
Oh,
mean,
but we hit.
but I'm green all over though. I'm green, but golly.
Yeah, it's struggle bus over here.
I mean, that was $170. I was hoping for a good push up, but that premium was biting me in the booty the
Yeah.
whole way up. But hey, green is green, right?
It is. It's green as green. I had got up to 80% on IWM. I didn't take it. I'm at 48. I'm just letting it move now, but I'll probably have closed this before lunch. I don't want Theta to keep eating at it, so I'll take some profit soon. LJD, the LJD, I'm a critical thinker. That's what I've always been trained in. And again, when I'm teaching you guys, it's all about problem solving. And that's what you do in pharmacy. Most people think we just, distribute pills, but we have to find, once the doctor tells us the problem, we have to find the right pathway to get you the medication appropriately for you. So I'm always critical thinking stuff. I'm always reading and kind of looking for alternatives and information. Everything we need grows from the earth or was put in a book. We just won't read it, or somebody won't get us the material. So that's why my business is named after what it is. It's know better, do better. Once we know better, we can do better. So I'm always trying to find a better way to do things. Like there's more than one way to do everything. There's a right way to do stuff, and then there's probably the easiest way to do it. Just don't know which path we'll take. So I'm always just overthinking, trying to find everything. Yep, Nikki, we'll meet. Edison, I got you. I'll check the DM and get you in. I am taking new clients. My calendar will not open up until I can until my class tomorrow. Oh, actually, it's today. So today, say
Sorry,
it again.
I was looking at it and it shot up to the second
Yeah,
dollar target point. You son of a biscuit.
yeah, it's coming. It's
Just when I
good.
got
It's
out.
moving. It's moving. But today I graduate from my business class. So along with teaching you guys, along with working full time, I was having class for business twice a week for 2.5 hours. So the class has ended. I graduate today and hopefully, prayerfully, I get a grant. I get money from it. Hopefully I get distributed something. But now that class is over, I can open up my calendar and allow you guys to start booking. So May will be more open with daytime trading hours, more one-on-one time, kind of alleviate some of my weekend. So yes, I will be taking new clients, probably only one-on-ones, probably 10. But still individuals you can still get in. But if you're doing the mentorship, I'll probably max it at 10 people per month. And then I'll be ramping up for my summer graduates. So high school, college graduates that are looking to learn. I try to get them in at a little discount rate because they're easier to teach. Y'all grown folk are hard-headed and sometimes difficult, but I love y'all. But my college students in high school, they be in it. They like, Chastity, what we doing? I did my homework. I'm ready to make some money. I found my friend and they want to learn. Y'all adults can be a little hard-headed. So I try to get them in the summer before they start school, have them set up. So even if they're going to college or if they don't want to go to college, they have one, a way to make some money. They don't have to kind of get a side hustle job, or two, if they're not going to college, they can learn how to trade and their parents are not mad that they're sitting on the couch. Again, if my son traded and he made $100 trading, I ain't got nothing to say to him but take my trash out, make sure my grass cut. But he's not trading. So I'm like, hey, gotta get off your butt and go do something. Oh, this is like, you got somebody in your house that won't leave, you got somebody that need a job, can't find one, trading will help them. Pay for them to learn.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, it wasn't hard, but it was definitely like I don't have a business background, so um coming from medicine, doing no harm, it makes it hard for you to kind of put a price on the things that you're promoting. You guys have been very supportive. You guys would not understand like how hard it is for me to like put prices on stuff to pay for the time or the research that I do. But I'll have people reach out to me and say, I gotta pay you. I'm doing this. Let me pay you. And I'd be like, no, we about to do this. And I'm not trying to take y'all money, but y'all really take care of people. And I appreciate y'all for that. Because sometimes I just be like, no, it's free. We doing it. And people will send me a tip. People will buy something for somebody else. You guys have shared with people. You guys are sharing your one-on-ones that y'all purchase with other people. That's great. That comes back tenfold. So all I'm trying to do is go to heaven. This little life on earth is cool, but I'm just trying to get my ducks to go to heaven. So the more blessings I have, the more I try to give to you guys. I mean, y'all give it back to other people in tenfold. So I just appreciate it.
I know I appreciate you. I totally appreciate you and what you do to help us. You have helped me out a lot to where I'm more confident in taking trades on my own and not have to look at anybody else. So I really appreciate
Thank
what
you.
you've done and how you've helped me.
Girlies, girls, where are you, babies?
Oh, there we go.
Look, I'm over here looking at another call for
We
you.
hit if you guys are watching 564 hit. So we called
Yeah.
Kristen called 564. So we got 564 and it's still moving. The next target is about 565, 567. It's just stagnating. My little IWM then just went to sleep on me. It's stagnating, but SPY is still pushing up. Let's go see TSLL. Did it get a little bit of a boost? Nope, still sitting. It got up. It hit a high at 1086. Let's go to SoFi. Oh, I'm sorry,
Q hit
y'all.
my Q hit my point of 486. I knew that was the next point. The next point.
So see,
Yeah.
we set that rejection area for. I have this rejection area for SoFi. It came up, popped back down. So that's SoFi. I said, oh, TSLL. I was looking at it on my phone, guys. My bad. I should have been looking at it on the screen. So here's that level for TSLL popped up. It still came back down. So again, I didn't have to rush this entry. We can definitely look for next week. Let's look at the next week contracts on TSLL if we're still bullish and looking at like a $12, yeah, $34 for the $12 getting next week contract. Take some of the pressure off the weekly trade. That would be something I'd be looking for, but I would not get into more calls on TSLL until it can close above this area. So again, we set a standard for what we want the stock to do. If it does not do that, don't take the trade. And that's where a lot of our problems come in at, is we'll take a trade just to take a trade. Like to say we trading today and we gonna make some money and just lose it. Make it do what it needs to do. These stocks are your employees. You are now the business owner, you're the capital manager, and these stocks are your employees. Make them do, hey, you don't get a bonus or until you get over this level. And if it doesn't get over this level, we're not putting no money into it. So that's how we work. We said we needed to get above this level for it to work. It got over that level. It's doing what it needs to do. It's just slow. We're hitting a resistance on IWM. I'm probably gonna have to close it. And I'm getting my first red candle, but it didn't push hard. It could pull back and pop back up. But it was doing so well, and then it just gave up the ghost. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go to Bank of America. I told you, Bank of America been on my list. Like I'm always like, I just be looking at them. That 40 and 42, see, I had my level right there at 40. Once it closed above 40, I can take the position. You go out a week or two. I mean, it was 2 weeks because look at the ACR. This is a slow mover, so we want to give it time. We can go get the monthly or the June on Bank of America and get that 40 and 42. But I think I didn't like it because the volume hadn't picked up. Let's see if it's gotten some volume in those May 16th contracts. The 40,
Yes.
okay,
Hey,
a
Chad.
little bit. Oh yeah, 42. So May 16th, Bank of America 42. It's 28 bucks. I'm just gonna buy it because of the heck of it. No stop, just Bank of America 42, May 16th. Okay. Hold on, guys.
Somebody asked what was the next level on SPY, and it was 566. So if it does stay above that 564, 566, whoever asked that, 566, 567. You're welcome. So 486 level. Yep. If we can hold above NVIDIA, I have my level 116 on 120. We just crossed over in the 114. I look at a whole lot of tickets.
All right, guys. My wife was calling, so I didn't hear half of what y'all said. What is the target? I know you said 564, it touched it and rejected it and breaks. What's the
I
next
told them.
target? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I let them know.
Yeah, I had muted it so I could so my wife could come in on the call, so I didn't hear this. But okay, we good. I'm caught up. But yeah, I took that Bank of America. Um,
Which one did you take? Bank
Zero
of America where? What you take on
42 516.
42, 516,
42 call 516. It's $29.
516, 42 call. Let me see.
So what's my stop loss and take profit? I really don't have one. The delta is 23. The theta is $2. So we shouldn't move a lot. But if you want to set one, let's just say $9. If this goes down $9, I'll close it. I lost $9 on a $20 trade. What's my take profit? The take profit is going to be about my delta, so about 23 bucks. So once it gets about 80, 90%, I'm probably going to be looking to take profit on Bank of America. Yep. Pretty
Oh, I could
wise of
totally
you.
see it going that way on Bank of America. Oh, okay. I see what you're looking at. Let's see.
600 call on SPY. Let me go look at this contract. Yep, okay. Let me look.
Would it be wise to stay in a 600 call, 630 my average is 140? Let me see. Look at my 4-hour chart.
Ooh, okay.
600.
So your average is 140 and you're in profit. You're up like what, 200%? Delta's 19, theta's negligible. Yeah, hold it. It ain't gonna hurt you the whole day. You're up unless you want to take your profit. Now, I always say you say see profit, take profit, but you're in a really good position and it's very far out. The only thing that might affect this is if Powell says something stupid and it goes down. That's your only thing. But as long as the market is still trending up, you're okay. Your average is good, profits are good, volume, everything looks good. Yeah, yeah, the high is 16, the 52-week high. So yeah. you have no pressure to close that trade unless you just ready, unless it's giving you anxiety and you want to get out. Spy trying to wake up. See, Spy was trying to get us to get out that play. We didn't. I'm sorry. This is Bank of America. Let me go back to Spy and IWM. But my little IWM contract waking up, I'm up $1 on the Bank of America. So if you ain't never placed a trade and you got the Bank of America, you would have made $1 and you made profit on your first trade.
So I tried to get us, didn't I? No, not today. I stayed in. Not. Okay, IWM. Did you get in? Are you still in,
I'm
Chaz?
still in. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just holding on. It did not break the 9. I think that's the 9. Yeah, it's sitting right on the 9. But 197.67 was the high. Let's see if it can retest it and get above it. But it has stair step like it's just been bullish the last 5 minutes because I was looking at it on my Fibonacci chart. So see, there's nothing really telling me. It's just telling me to still hold. But
Mm-hmm.
we just got a cross. So that's why I was like, I might need to cut it because it crossed. It could still push up. But I'm gonna give it some time. I think it's just trying to psych us out and it's gonna get a nice little pop. So I'm trying to hold a little bit longer. I'm at 62%. But again, it's just my small account. I'm not gonna stress it. Again, the goal is 100 to 200 a day, and we struggling today. It is the struggle bus today.
Yeah, I ain't made 200 today. I ain't gonna lie. But I made money, but it ain't 200 today.
But we gonna take it. We're gonna take what it gives us.
I am appreciative of anything that it gives me. $2, $1. That's hey, I didn't have to work for it. I knew that QQQ was gonna try to reject that once. That 486. I had that on my list to be careful of that number. If it rejects it, we're going back down to 483. It's my next the spot, and I gotta puts if we cross below 480. That's we in that whole spot. If you can hold above or below, I'm taking it.
By going back down to the top of the VWAP channel.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make me take took all my little profit out. I'm on this True Social. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz resigns. Something about Trump administration launches White House wire for axing wire spots from press pools. This I don't even look at this app, but this stuff be crazy. That just be the crazy stuff. I'm glad I'm not. I was in DC during Obama administration, and that was like a wonderful experience. Went to the inauguration. It was cold as heck. Um, got a tour of the White House. I almost made it to the Easter egg hunt. Um, I forget what happened why I missed the egg hunt. I signed up with my nephews, um, and my well, they're kind of like my cousins, some distant cousins. They have a lot of pool in DC and Maryland area, and I was gonna go to the egg hunt, and I think I had something with school. I missed the egg hunt. Every year I try to apply to go to the egg hunt, and the year they got in, I wasn't in town, and so I didn't get to go to the White House egg hunt. I'm still pulling back. WM drop is break is trying to close below, but I saw the signal, and the signal was we were closing below. We started retreating back to the 9, and then like I said, we got right under that cross, and we got the sell order back here. So I should have sold when we got about here because it's trying to pull back, but I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer. I think it's a little fake out. We might get a pop again. SPY, if it breaks the support, definitely bearish because it's been pushing and it was trying. And if it gives up, I'm not surprised because it's been trying to push up. But we are headed into lunch. What happens at lunch? Everybody goes to lunch, market pulls back, and then everybody wakes back up after lunch and starts buying again. So sometimes they're trying to trick you out of your position.
That's correct. YM is trying to push lower.
Yeah, market's pulling back. Like I said, we're headed into lunch. It's already struggling to get up all day.
Yeah, honey, it was on the true struggle bus. But I knew it was gonna hit my level. I had to hold it.
Yeah, you called it. Called it to the T.
I had to hold every level because I was like, it's gonna hit every level I say. What keeps us all in the trade when it pulls back? I think I would say indicators. I would say the 20 to 50, the 200, wherever things are at. And we know the market got to pull back a little bit. I'm pretty sure Chaz could be better at explaining that.
Yeah, same here. So we're looking for actual closes below. So we had our support level. We got above the support level. If we get to the support level and bounce, I could stay in. But if it gets to the support level and breaks, that's when I close. So you're looking for another rule to get broken or something to solidify that the action. Should I get out? I should get out if we break the previous support. I should take a rejection. So here's the first setup for a put, which would be a rejection of the high. And the second confirmation will be a break of the support. If I don't get those two sets up, there's no need for me to take a put yet. I can still stay inside of my call. So it's just kind of mindset of what you're trading and what you're looking at. It needs to have a it needs to confirm one of those things to the downside or to the upside. So you're just looking for another confirmation.
I think mine is so if we close up in the orb, that 15-minute candle close within that orb, then I'm out. I don't know if some of y'all are new or not. I know on the tutorial, it was Kendra did one when we was in the beginning of the what was that, the small account challenge? She talked about the org. So I know that's something that's really helpful for me as well. And a lot of times I set my levels in the morning and it's already in the org. It's already within. So that lets me confirm. Um, I'm telling y'all, if you have not took a one-on-one with Chaz, I gave away one of my one-on-ones because she told me I don't need her no more. I think that's a lie. I need her support. But if you have not taken one of her one-on-ones, it is totally eye open. I know we're like at number 5 or 6 that we've done, and when she had those 40, like 2 of them for like 80, was it? Wasn't it for 2 for 80 or something like that? Like her cheapest, I was racking up. I was like, absolutely not. I'm racking up because she is good at explaining and walking you through. And her videos, you get the recording of it. You ask her questions. Even when I thought I wasn't making sense, she was just like, oh, so what you said is this. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And literally, that was like when we started doing the levels, that's when I was seeing green every day. Like I have been green every day, and I've been confident enough to take my own trades when everybody else, like when people are sick, when things happen. I told Chaz that was the one thing I wanted to do was be confident to take my own. If this group just all of a sudden just dissipates, I want to be confident enough to do that. And she literally is amazing when it comes to that. And now being more confident, I'm taking more trades, right? I had told her my goal and what my amount is, and we went over all of that. And literally, she executed everything that I needed to be answered. And she told me on yesterday, I'm the one that was on the call with her yesterday, that if she was like, if I took her trades, I would have been up for $700. But that was with her teaching me. Like, and I was just like, no, it's gonna get up here. She was just like, oh, I'm gonna look. And just like today, I did the XPX. SPY hit all my levels and stuff like that. So it's having that confidence and talking to her and doing those one-on-ones with her and letting her walk you through it. She is phenomenal. So I'm just gonna say that I don't. I, if I would bet on anybody in the group, I love all of them. But the way she explains to me is very helpful, and she's hands-on and visual, and that's what I need to learn. I need to see visual. I need to be able to see it, and with the recording, you can go back and look over it again because she gives you so much information in 1 hour. You be like, I forgot some of this. So literally, if you haven't, just do one. Just do one and see how it would change.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, one-on-ones are helpful. I try to be available. I do want to go over the IWM. I am watching IWM, but just like we're looking to say, do we stay in the trade or into the trade? We want to make sure this confirmed. So, like I said, I was looking on my Fibonacci. We saw we saw this cross. So it's got us trending down. We wanted to trend back up, stay above that particular level. And if we're watching SPY, we're about to touch that support and we can see if it's pulling back. I should have taken profit and I didn't, but I'm being hard-headed today. I think it may bounce. I think this is a fake out, but volume's been so low, so the push up has been very weak. So if we go back to the downside, I'll just close the trade for minimum or no loss and go into the reversal, but it has to set up. But I do like IWM if it can stay above the 20, and we're about to sit on top of the 20 in just a minute. So 197 even. If it holds 197 and kind of bounces up, that 200 for tomorrow is a good position to get in. I liked it earlier this morning, maybe about an hour ago. But we've been sitting so high and it's struggling today. That would be what I would get because we're about to hit lunchtime. But there's no need for us to jump into more 0 day trades and let it kind of stagnate for another hour or two. We can just look at tomorrow's expiration and just let them play out. That way we don't have to watch them. Whatever it's gonna do is gonna do. But it's just so much. It's just so low volume and boring price action today.
And we're about to make a humpback turtle. That's why I say this, because it is just extra slow. You don't know how many times I want to pull that trigger on that, just like, you know what, just forget it, get out.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be confident in yourself. You know, you got to be confident because I waited until it was like crossing this and I was like, all right, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out. Go ahead. You made it. You did it. Good job for the day.
Like I say, SoFi is moving back up. I bought shares at 13.50. I bought shares at 12 something. So my average cost is like 13.07. And I'm almost back green. I got a point something shares of Berkshire B, and then I got like $50, uh, $50 of Amazon. And then I got like four, I think 2 shares, 4 or 5 shares of Apple.
Ooh.
These, this market is just being so shoddy today. It's just so slow. My little IWM contract and lost all its little life. It done pushed this little heart out, and now it's back up under 197. Look at that. So see, now so if I want puts, I could get puts momentarily because we are crossing into the VWAP channel. Probably play it down to VWAP. I don't know if there's gonna be a strong move to the downside either. These things just trash. Trash, trash, trash. But we're sitting on a 20. That's gonna be more of my confirmation. Pastor dropped in my channel his indicator. I hadn't added it to the chart. I gotta go add it to my chart where you can put the 20 and the 200 in one indicator, I believe it is. I gotta go add that because I don't use them on this chart. I just use it on my Weeble. But we're sitting right on the top of the 20. So that'll be telling for us if this is gonna trend on back down. But we seen it struggle bust to the top. I'm not surprised.
I rarely
Definitely.
play. I rarely play in the afternoon. What's the power hours from 3 to 4 or 2 to 4? 3 to 4. Okay.
Just the last hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't disciplined. I should have took my little 40, 60% before we broke down, and I didn't. Me being hard-headed on my own self. Sometimes I break my own rules. And I was trying to hold it, thinking it'll pop up, and it did not. I've seen people use fields. I don't use fields. I just use my levels. I just don't use them. I like my levels, but I know a lot of people do use the fields and are good at looking at it.
The retracement, that thing.
What was that?
What is that? What are you talking about? What?
The Fibonacci
Oh, I
Fibonacci
can't
retracement.
understand that. I can't understand it. Maybe one day I will, but I tried to take a class on try to understand it. I mean, not a class, but a YouTube. I call it YouTube University, and I
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't understand what the guy was trying to tell me what to do. I was like, okay, I'll wait. It's
All
trying to
right.
go below the
It's breaking
20.
the 20.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So the next area would be the 50 VWAP and the 200 MA.
And if it breaks all of those,
Yeah, that'll be a second time. So we had a high break. Here's the put. Get in here. It did close below. The second thing will be if it tests if it breaks VWAP or does it bounce?
all right.
It's usually pretty accurate. I just don't like a whole lot of stuff on my chart. When you're looking at VWAP, one of my mentors, she's like sorry, not VWAP, the Phoebs. Leslie Richardson. She's in the Bacchus old group that we used to be in. But she's a beast at the Phoebs on her chart. It just never resonated with me for a lot. 96.50. I mean 196.50 is breaking.
Mhm.
I'm really not surprised at the low volume and how it struggled to get up that it did start to turn around. It's not surprised. It was, when the market struggles to get up, it's easy on the way down. SPY broke that support, so remember we rejected the high, closed below in the VWAP session. If we get that close below support, definitely on the puts. I must really love y'all. We over 2 hours.
Yes, I
And
love
y'all
it.
are still hanging in here.
Girl, I hang in till you say bye. Until you hang up, I'm hanging up. But I mean, just to hear somebody else's thought process about it, especially, you know, one of the groups, God dang it, Vince, one of the groups, analysts be able to walk you through, and you don't know how much that helps.
I'm glad it's helping.
Somebody said, I'm
Same,
here as long as you are.
same here. I'm trying to learn the lingo as well. So just listening to y'all talk, it helps me.
Awesome. Well, as long as it's helping, like I said, this will be what I provide for the group because again, talk if I'm trying to talk to y'all all individually, like it'll take a lot out of you. But this is way less stressful right here. We're all on the call. Y'all can ask questions and you can see it in real time. And sometimes the charts look so intimidating by yourself. And that's what I used to get. I'm intimidated. I'll get clients intimidated. I'm used to charting just with medicine. So the charts were never intimidating. I'm used to looking at statistics and stuff like that. But people who've never looked at charts and this is your first time, these things get very intimidating. And you're like, I don't know if I'm looking at it right. I don't know if I'm following. So I'm just here to help. We did get a close below the 20 on IWM and it broke 196.50. So it could be headed all the way down. Like we're about to hit VWAP on SPY. We'll see if it's a bounce or a close. Definitely closing below VWAP is more downside. I'll take a reversal, get some of my losses back on my IWM because I didn't close it like I was supposed to. But again, that what comes with being an analyst. Sometimes we do stuff we ain't supposed to do too. I should have took my profit when I seen it. And I thought it was going to continue up.
That also helps too, though, seeing like what you do when you don't take profit and kind of how you recover. So even though you didn't take profit, it's still helpful.
Yeah. I mean, and it happens. Like, I'd rather not take profit on like a $20 trade. Y'all not gonna see me in no $100, $200 trade not taking profit or letting it go left. But this one I could easily, like I said, protect the account. If I hit my stop, I get out. I can always take a reversal and live to trade again. No need to panic. I'm still up just my little $1 in my Bank of America. My account's really not doing much. I'm down $6 for the day in my regular trading account. because I took that, I was still holding the IWM from yesterday. But we'll see what this little move gives.
XPX is also coming up on the VWAP as well. It done held the chilling signs coming up on VWAP. See what they do.
So let's manage my poor trade. So if I'm in my trade, I'm down in my trade. We've pulled back and it starts to bounce. You guys can see in real time. So let me look at my contract. My IWM contract was $28. I'm down 50% at 14.50. If we bounce off of this area and start to go back up, I can wait till we hit here if we start bouncing and purchase another position. So once we get back to break even, I'm actually a little bit positive and less negative because I averaged in while I was down. Now, that's how I'll probably play this if it bounces up. If not, I'll just close the bad trade at my little negative 50%. But the contract isn't going to eat up my account too much. That, you got to prepare. So this was me. Okay, I was preparing for it to go up. Now this is going to be my game plan. If it bounces back to the upside, how do I alleviate some of that loss? Well, as it's going up, I take another position, same contract or a better contract. So I'm not losing both ways. So sometimes you just have to mitigate the loss and see how to reevaluate it. But I'm not too sure if that's gonna bounce right here. These red candles are way stronger than our green ones that were pushing up. Now they were thinner here, but they're red. And there's a lot of volume in here. See, I put my volume back on. There's a lot more volume in these red candles. And it's easier going down than running up. If you run up a hill, it's gonna take more energy exerted than when you run back down the hill. So we're going down a lot faster and a lot easier than it was to get up. Yep. Can you see that breaking? So I'm coming up on it's crossing VWAP. Now, for some reason, let me make sure what time frame. Yeah, I'm on the 5. I'm on the 5. It's not showing it breaking on my Weeble chart, but I see it breaking here. I'm gonna close my IW input, mitigate that loss. I'm sorry, call. I close the call, and then I can look at a put, but only if it makes sense. So I could get the 195 put. It's $34, and if I get that, I'm gonna get in at 35. If it continues down, I'll get some profit. $5, $10 stop. If it comes back to VWAP and heads up, I need to close my trade. But if it continues down, I will get some profit.
Are you looking at IWM?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. What level you say if it holds below?
The VWAP.
Okay, okay.
Oh, VWAP in this level 195.92.
Same level as I am. A little bit, just about 20 cents off. Okay.
Yeah. Get in here and see what we're working with. Mitigate some of my little loss, which shouldn't have been a loss. I should have taken profit.
I knew after a while we'd have to exhaust that level because we was just going up, up, up. At one point, it's gonna have to go down. Oh, cute, cute, cute. Come on.
And now it's breaking a little bit, so I was up like $3. But we can see this as bearish. We see this breaking down. We saw the struggle to the upside. 12%. So see me cutting that loss. Now I'm getting back gain. I'm gaining to the downside. I could have got in a lot sooner. Right here where I first saw it. Closed the trade, taking the put and wrote it down. But now I'm writing it down here. Now I'm up 24%.
Are you in a put?
Yeah, I took the 195 put.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, I took the 195 put. It was $35.
Oh, let me see. I'm
And
gonna go 194.
now I'm just in it, letting it ride. Where's my exit? Probably the bottom of my VWAP channel right here at this support. I'll let this keep trending, but it's starting to wick, letting me know there's buyers there. I can take my little 20 or 30%, live the trade again, just getting back some of my losses.
94. How much is it? That's only $19. Volume is good. That's good. Okay. Off to the races.
Gotta break 195.75 and then go 195.66.
Come on, IWM, drop it like it's hot.
Now see that I told y'all 195.75 was gonna have to drop down and then break 195.66, going right to those levels. I'm up 20. I was up 18 and 20% before it popped back up. While this plays out, I'll be back. About to let my dogs out. Like this stuff has been too
Uneventful.
wishy-washy. Yeah, but it's still, we get another red candle, that should be good. I'll be able to gain those losses.
I gotta, yeah. Sellers are coming in. I would love for them to feel like that.
Back up at VWAP. I'll take my little few games there. See that green candle pop back up?
Mine is trying to hold below 50. I know I'm on the EMA, so it's different from yours. Go ahead, girl.
Yep, I should have took mine like I said. When they let the dogs out, now it pop back up. But that was good. That was a good little scalp.
Mm-hmm.
And quick. It didn't take much for it. We'll see how this candle prints right here. Let me go to my Heikenai. You see, got right to that support line. See, I should have took it when it told me. Told me to sell. Came right down to that support line. Now if we break that, lower we go. The limbo bar right there.
I think we're done selling off.
I see a 4,500 buy order at 590. I mean 195.60. And I keep seeing it drop down 195.50. Let's see if they're gonna drop this down and fill those orders. I'm seeing a lot of low buy orders, and I forgot to look at my level 2 to see those. And when we see those buy orders popping in, they're kind of driving the market down. It makes me very bearish. I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm gonna drop it in my channel. But you can see these buy orders at 2,500 and 4,000. When we see those, it's a dead giveaway that they're trying to drive the market down. I don't know if they're wanting better positioning or if it's just going to go low, but we can see them putting these order blocks in. So let me show you guys.
That lunchtime sell-off.
See
Ooh,
those?
and
You
it's
see
just
that?
wicked down. Come on,
See
baby.
those orders? All these high orders. The 100 ones we don't really pay attention to, but 2,500, 4,000 at those lower levels, those are significant on driving the market down. Because the market makers gonna come down and fill those orders. Now what I got? Out 40%.
Come on, man.
There we go. Now we're at the next support. If I go to my Heikenachis, we probably wicking that support line. So yep, we take my little money. Oh, and now you want to pop back up. Now you were doing just fine. Go on, touch the 200.
Be better than this morning.
Give me some more money. Let me
Right.
recover all those little losses for today.
Right. Sell it down. Come on.
They filled those orders and then pushed them out. Now it's a 6,600 at 195.40. Might not come back down. Like I said, when I watch them and I see them orders pop up, I'm like, yep, they about to drive it down real quick. Go fill those orders and pop back up. Nope, gotta bounce. Bulls might be saying, Bears might be telling the Bulls, we gave y'all all morning. Y'all didn't do nothing.
Right. Don't come in here now trying to pop it up and be excited. Don't sell out.
Let's give it up. And before it pops back up. Here we go. Boring afternoon. Now this stuff is just
Yeah. Stay below it.
you stay below at night. I'm be about to be done with them. This stuff and come back at power hour.
That's what I think I'm gonna do.
I say get on your nerves, get on your nerves. You can just drop down to 66 and then pop back up. Just die. Just go. Give it up for today. It's over. Let me take my little, see, I'm gonna take my little 20% and then we're gonna get a death candle, a knife drop, and I'll be like, I got out.
Ain't that how it is? Ain't that how it is?
It happened.
You like, oh, let me get out. And then all of a sudden it just falls to the floor and you like, man, come on, man.
Um, oh, that's this, it's in this Pine editor. It's the 13 crossing the 30 cross. I'll have to put it in the chat. It's not perfect. That's why I haven't really shared it with you guys and I pop it on and off because it's not perfect. It still needs some work as far as volume. Um, but I'll share it. I'll share it in the channel, I think. It's a wide you have to cut your pine. Okay, so what you have to do is come down here to Pine Editor and then you have to copy and paste it into the Pine Editor. Copy and paste all of this stuff for it and then save it. So it'll work. And that one only works on the two, I think on the 2 minute. I was trying to build it to work on the 5, but this works on a 2 minute. Where it works is prime for the 2 minute. But yeah, I'll share it out. I just have been waiting on it to kind of waiting to get it better. So we get a buy order right here. Let's see if it takes it out or because we got the sale order here and it came late. We also got a buy order here and we got a sale order here, but it's still bought up. So again, it's not perfect and it's not the magic indicator. So I don't want you guys to think that once I shared, because you were like, oh well, it gave me a sale and then it went back up. Yeah, it'll do it. So that's why it's helpful, but it's not the magic bean indicator. It's just it is good though.
And
Back at
sometimes
30%.
sometimes it'll tell you a signal, and then once it goes the opposite way, it'll just disappear. So that's why I
Yeah,
gotta.
it'll just be gone. You be like, oh, you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I could have made that mistake on my own. I didn't need your help. I'm up 25%. I'm trying to see if 195.50 is gonna break for lower. If not, I'm gonna just take these little couple of dollars and get out the way to a power hour. It's been a trash day, but educational. Gotta take them as they come. Yeah, 13 still holding out. We started at like 27, 30 people. People popped on, popped back off. I might have to do something special for y'all and do a 2 for 100 or something. Make a new link and drop it in the group or something. I don't know. I had to put a limit on that. Y'all go in there and buy them all, and then I'll be teaching for years because y'all done bought all the 2 for 1 one-on-ones. All right, there we go. What did I say? 195.50. I'm at 38%. See if it breaks that level. See how it's kind of wicking to that buy. And we're getting right on this level. I'm at 41%. I had to be patient. See, that green counter would have took us out. We're like, oh, it's going back up. It got a little bit of bullish and then gave up. Now it's wicking to the bottom of that support. Like I said, this is my exit right here, right at the bottom, 195.25. That would be my ideal exit. We might get it, we might not. I might have to just take my profit. But oh, we got action. It's slipping. 10 more cent. Can it do it? The VIX just hit 2509. I'm at 64%. There it is. It hit my target. I'm gonna close. I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm closing. Close it. Boom. Can it keep dropping? It can. But since I wasn't disciplined earlier, I needed to get out. So let me show you guys on my chart. We hit my target. All right, let's go back over the Discord. No, wrong screen. All right, so we saw that. We saw it break here. We should have got entry there. I didn't get entry until about here. Broke down support. This was my exit, the 195, about 22. And I was going to get out because it's going to bounce. We're going to look for it to bounce off of the 200 MA. Here's my reward. It hit my target. What did I tell y'all? 192.22, 25. We hit 190, I'm sorry, 195.25 or 195.22. We hit 28. I got in for $35, 75%. I'm out. I don't care what else it does. It hit my target and I was able to recover some of that loss with me not taking profit on the call. See how I had my exit right at the bottom of the channel, right at that support. Once it wick, closed my trade, what happened? It popped back up. That's how you disciplinedly scalp. You see it, you say it, you do it, you close it, you live the trade another day. That's how you come from having a bad trade to recovering back to a good trade. You get back break even. So some days, yeah, we'll take a loss. Some days you can recover. Some days you get recovery plus a tip. Right now, I just recovered.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, let's
Yes,
see.
that was nice to see.
And those type of trades, those are hard to call because if I call that trade and y'all see that candle popping up, y'all gonna be like, Chastity don't know what she talking about. That thing about to go back up. I'm about to close my trade. And I'm just like, I'm still holding. But now you get my mindset. We got all of this downward pressure. We're selling to the bottom of this channel. The channel is more like a fish getting out of water. It's not going to be able to breathe long. It can break this channel, but usually we got outside of the channel hard, hard, hard. It was struggling. The fish was struggling. It needed to get back into the water, got back into the water, and now we're at the bottom. Now we're at the bottom of the pond on the other side, and it's like I don't want to be outside that much. So it just got right here held. Now it could bounce back to the upside because we are back inside the channel nicely. It could find some buyers. You'll see that when you're using the VWAP on TradingView. So if you use the VWAP on Webull, it's not going to show you this nice little channel. But it does over here. I like it. Let's see if it's going to break. Watch it do something crazy and go back to 194 or something. Got a little bounce. Would I take a call? Not a zero DTE right here. We're about to hit lunch. We're in lunch. If I took a call right here, y'all tell me, what would I be looking for to take a call right here or a put if I get back in or something? Tell me what I would be looking for on the chart.
Increased volume, you would look for it to break your, what color is your VWAP? Is that green one a VWAP?
This is my VWAP, this blue one. And
Oh.
that's just the channel. This is the top of the VWAP channel. That's the bottom. So tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, so in order to get into another put, you're looking for it to break the bottom channel and that level and volume, bearish volume to increase further to the downside. In order to take a call, you would look for bullish volume for it to break break that level that it's gearing towards now and break the second level and break and hold VWAP before you get in, right?
If I'm breaking and holding, what kind of candle am I looking for? What needs to happen? What needs to
It
happen?
has to be a closed candle above the VWAP or
Okay.
a closed candle below the channel. When you
Okay.
say channel, what does that mean? It's still like, is it like kind of like the B bands, just a wider?
I don't know why this one's prints like this. I've never looked at it. It's just how it works out for the channel. I don't know why it sprays like that. When I put the VWAP on, that's just how it prints. Let me look and see what it actually says in the it has, I guess, the band. Nope, that didn't change it. A upper one and a lower one band. So it shows VWAP in the upper and lower one band. I've never cut these on or off. Let's look at higher bands. So, boom, we got one band, we got a lower band. So if we had to cut these upper bands on, we could have seen it was rejecting off the top band, and we could have taken a put once and got further confirmation under the first band, and it sold down to VWAP, and now we got to the first lower band. So this was the upper two band. I like that. We might, hey, you taught me something by asking about what that was, and I
That
had
looks
never
like
cut
moving
that.
averages. I like it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
even know
like.
you could do that.
I didn't either. See, when we go, like, look, when I tell y'all, when I teach y'all, y'all make me some money, I'd be happy to teach y'all because y'all be showing me some. Y'all will ask a question and make me go investigate some stuff. So now we can we got upper and we got bands. Bands will make a dance. Okay. Okay, so now we have upper and lower bands in our VWAP. This is the blue line is our VWAP line. This was the upper bands. I'm gonna leave the two on, and I guess we should cut. You can cut three on if we go higher, but we are here. So if we were to stay bullish, we want to see a close below the lower band, and if we're sorry bearish, and if we're bullish, we want to support the lower band and close above that previous resistance. Head up to test the VWAP, and we will see it go up to the upper band one or upper band two. I like it a lot. Let's go look at SPY and put some bands on. Look at those bands. Hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. Now SPY is back down to the top of the gap. Let's go to SoFi. Y'all done got me energized for about another 20 minutes. SoFi, look at SoFi hit the top of the second band. Break down below. Now we need it to, if we're bullish, we want to stay above VWAP and head back up the bank. Oh, if y'all can't make sense of this is too easy. Too easy. You didn't put the easy button on.
Can I see how you turned it on again?
Yep. So this is volume weighted average price. And once you are inside, we want to go to settings and you want to go to style. And so you have VWAP and then you have a upper band, lower band one, and upper band and lower band two, and it goes out to three.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now we're getting some bullish sentiment. We are holding that lower band. And see, this is why I like my levels. I didn't have this band on, but you see my support line are right where those bands are. So again, once you start naked trading, you get really good at putting your levels where they should be at. This lower band two is right where my support is. This lower band one, right where my support is. So that's why I say I don't need fibs and a lot of indicators because the majority of the time, once you've done a top-down analysis, your levels are gonna be top tier, spot on. If this candle closes, it'll be good for a call, but we want confirmation. And again, we're not gonna take the zero DTE call. We could look at tomorrow's 196 to maybe 200, not anything super crazy. But I wouldn't deal with the zero DTEs today just because it might want to slow down on us. Let's see if this next candle gonna print for a bullish move. And then I'm gonna take a break and we'll come back. I'll probably come back on at like 2 for power hour. This is boring. You know, I have shit to do. I'll probably exercise. Health is wealth. I have a third of an acre that my house sits on, have a big backyard with a push lawnmower and a tractor tire that I flip. I got my own home gym. But before we go, so let's wrap this up. 5 minutes. Any questions? Anything y'all want to check before we take a little break?
No, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks
You're
so much,
welcome.
guys.
You're welcome. Like I said, all we're looking for is this candle to close above. You guys have the VWAP on. We're waiting for it to print. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be looking at 0 DTE. If you do 0 DTE, just get 95 or 96. Don't do anything wild. Definitely don't go above the band at 197. And yeah, we'll come back at power hour, see what we get. And other than that, like if you got questions, you want to book one-on-ones, feel free to DM me. Go spam the free channel, letting people know what they missed. Go spam the testimonials. Go spam the winning trades if y'all made some money. And I will see y'all in 2.5 hours.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Bye.